BBC Radio Cumbria Sport.
Yes, and here we are at Brunton Park then, getting ready, counting down. The officials are in with the two captains. Paul Thirlwell for Carlisle United. The captain is trying to pick out who it is. I suspect it will be Doyle, the man in the middle there, the number 4 for Leeds United. Doesn't say on the team sheet, but I think it's Doyle. Might just be Naylor, in fact, who's in there. Jeff Thorpe points out to me here. It is indeed Naylor as we prepare. It looks like we'll be going as we were. So Carlisle United kicking towards the Waterworks end. Visiting Leeds will go towards the Warwick Road end, and the hordes of Carlisle United fans, who will no doubt include over there Ultras Corvetti as they prepare for their opening night live, making the noise, waving the flags and the banners and the scarves, take on Leeds in the Johnston's Paint Northern Area Final, second leg. United, of course, lead 2-1 and need only avoid defeat to guarantee their place at Wembley. Can they do it? You will find out next on BBC Radio Cumbria. Andy Hall is the man in the middle, believe it or not the media officer for United. It's him from the West Midlands. Last ref Carlisle with a 2-1 victory at Stockport earlier in the season. On starters' orders then, we are underway on BBC Radio Cumbria. Ian Hart receives it in the centre of defence and will look to go forwards as Carlisle United plan their way past Leeds and into Wembley in the Johnston's Paint Trophy final. Here we go, straight away. It's going to be a throw into Carlisle deep in the Leeds half, thanks to a poor bit of defending, really, it has to be said, by Leeds United. On the left-hand side, then, United will have this throw-in straight from the centre. A kick forwards, might have gone out for a corner, but Carlisle gets the throw-in, and they get another one off Lucio Becchio, coming back and tracking Ian Hart to make sure he couldn't receive and put the ball into the penalty area. Early stages, Carlisle United come out the blocks just a touch better. Straight away they have it with Evan Horde on the left-hand side. Has he earned a corner? No, it's another throw-in. I have to say, pretty good defending from Leeds so far.
You know, I'm almost a bit hesitant to want Carlisle to score first, because usually it means, well, with the home form, that they're in for a rough ride. But
Adam Clayton on the ball, edge of the area, looking to play Evan Horde in. Bit of space, plays it across the face of goal, and it's cleared behind frantically by Leeds. And just listen to the noise here at Brunton Park. Listen to the noise. Opening stages of this game, just into the second minute, United have a corner after Evan Horde got through and almost, well, forced a save from the goalkeeper Ankergren. Here we go then, Kavanagh the man to take it in his secondary striker role on BBC Radio Cumbria. Arm up, left arm, here it goes. It's a penalty spot ball headed away by Leeds. Clayton will look to put it back in for Carlisle. Right hand side, Keogh lays it off and Leeds should clear hurriedly up and over the top in search of Max Allen Gradle. That one out of play, and it is a throw into Carlisle on halfway on the right. By the way, I've just remembered Max Allen Gradle, for any Barrow fans listening to us at this stage, he scored for Bournemouth against the Bluebirds on that FA Cup run. If you remember when you went down to Bournemouth, eventually going out in extra time, scored against you. A cracker it was as well. Tonight he's with his parent club Leeds and he's playing up front against Carlisle United. Jeff Thorpe, decent start from the Cumbrians.
Good start. Well, that was a really good opening there for Horwood, and I thought he could have done a bit better. He neither squared it nor really had a go on goal, and he could have done, you know, but both were good options for him, and I thought he could have had a rattle at it, because he was, you know, it was a clean shot against the keeper, and an early kind of bit of a scare for Leeds.
Long one down the left-hand side for Carlisle, forces Leeds back into their own territory, but they have a throw-in in the right-back position. Adam Clayton with an early ball there, Tommy Cassidy, who a bit of a wild ball, and it could have put Carlisle under pressure. Evan Horde lost his header and it could have gone anywhere, that one.
It was, yeah, but it was so important that the first 10 minutes, particularly Carlisle, is tight. It's all right going forward and blah blah blah, but if they get caught in the break, they pay for it maybe.
Tommy Cassidy, your man, as Carlisle looks to press forwards with Kevin Hurst, just won't get there to keep that in play. It's a throw into Leeds again in the right back position, but United so far penning them in. Don't forget this, an early 7 o'clock kickoff on BBC Radio Cumbria. The other game's not getting underway. The best part of 40 minutes still elsewhere in the Premier League, in the Championship, League One, and of course that other match in the Johnston's Paint. Matty Robson with a good ball into the near post, cleared away by Michalik. Another corner to Carlisle, who are piling on the pressure. Only into the 4th minute now on BBC Radio Cumbria, but United's second corner already.
Yeah, nights like tonight, you look for your real top players to perform, and they need Matty Robson tonight, up and down this left, getting dangerous crosses in and creating a lot of problems. And that was a nice whip ball in, good defending.
I saw Matty on the way in actually, and I said, come on big man, massive game from you, and Carlisle will go through, and it's that sort of figure, isn't he, for Carlisle. Here comes the corner in from Kavanagh, back post ball, almost onto it. It's a Carlisle man there. Kevin Hurst will chase it out to the far side, keeps it in play, under pressure from Crow, wriggles away, gets the cross into the near post, scooped away in there by Michalik, out to the far side, and there's a trip there from Hurst, a bit silly, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds in the left back position.
Yeah, he did ever so well, really, to win that ball on that far side. It looked like he had nowhere to go, possibly a bit rash by the Leeds defender who tried to pinch it, but then you just need that bit of composure just to whip it in, because he had loads of time just to pick somebody out, but kind of rushed it a bit, and it was a poor delivery.
Former United midfielder Jeff Thorpe on BBC Radio Cumbria. I'm James Phillips. We're all taking you through the action, including Tommy Cassidy here on BBC Radio Cumbria, as Carlisle look to plot their way past Leeds. Danny Livesey in with a snap tackle, ball into the centre of defence, which Ian Hart will deal with in there for Carlisle. Goes out to Evan Horwood. That's a fierce ball, silly ball. Why did he hit it that hard? Now it's been charged down by Leeds. Carlisle under pressure. Evan Horwood wins a big header. Matty Robson's led it out, and that was a very silly ball from Ian Hart, far too firm for Evan Horwood. And Carlisle still under pressure. Throw-ins taken. Leeds have it on the right of the United penalty area. Gradle picks it up, looking to get the space to get a ball in. Just held up by Horwood. He's got the space. Here comes the ball across the face of goal. Ian Hart controls that one, and now nips inside his man under pressure. He does well and gets it away. Scott Dobie, chest control. He gets barged in the back. Free kick to Carlisle. Pressure off. Tommy Cassidy, Ian Hart. What a terrible ball that was to Evan Horwood.
Well, that's Ian Hart, isn't it? You know, he some games he looks brilliant. Then when he gives the ball away, like, he puts so much pressure on Evan Horwood. It's unbelievable. But Ian's done that all season.
It was positively a shot to Evan Horwood, wasn't it?
It was a difficult one to take. And give Horwood credit, he controlled it quite well. But Ian Hart can't afford to do that too often.
Danny Livesey already come over for a quick bit of treatment there from Neil Dalton. We saw him struggling a little bit at the weekend, Tommy. Carlisle will hope that their big men at the back are okay.
Yes, he did struggle on Saturday. His body language was terrible after he got a knock. And he didn't look the same player at all.
Michelic clearance for Leeds. Clearance again, putting them under pressure as Carlisle look to come forwards. Clayton looking to win it over Howson, who broke Carlisle hearts in this situation last time the two sides met. Howson being forced back, really forced back. Matty Robson piling under pressure. In the end, Leeds do get out. Gradle gives it away though. Paul Thirlwell caught as he tackles Gradle, but the Leeds man gets a throw in midway inside the Leeds half.
Well, good pressure, but I'm sure that the Leeds manager Grayson won't have been happy with Howson, the man was, who was dallying on the ball really and dribbling it along his own penalty area, and dangerous things to do, but good pressure from Carlisle.
Flick on here, Kevin Hurst will look to get Scott Dobie away down the middle, running up against Naylor. Scott Dobie putting the pressure on the Leeds man. He's gone into his back. Home fans not happy. Probably was a foul, Jeff Thorpe.
Not much in it. There certainly wasn't, and the defender was struggling once it's bounced like that, and it's high above the defender's head, and Dobes kind of got there, used his pace, and there wasn't much contact, was there? I think the ref could have let that go on, but there you go.
It's a stand-up sort of game tonight, isn't it? I'm stood up, Thorpe, you're stood up, or you're kind of in between standing and sitting. Tommy Cassidy, he's seen it all before, so he's not stood up, but it's just one of those big nights as Beckier looks to get Leeds in, edge of the area. United wants a free kick, they get it. Big appeal, shot on goal as well, and there might just be a yellow card here for a Leeds player. No, the referee's decided to let him off.
What I will say, James, I mean, I've been at Brunton Park a few times over the last years. This is probably the best atmosphere I've witnessed for many years. It's brilliant atmosphere. I thought Ellen Road was good atmosphere when we played the first time, but this beats it.
What it does, it's a tighter stadium though, isn't it? And when it's full like it is tonight, not quite all the way full, 16 odd is what Carlisle can fill with, but it's still a very good crowd and it's making a lot of noise.
Well, the crowd need to play their part tonight, because I'm sure at some point Carlisle will be up against it, and that's when the crowd can really help them on.
Michelic climbing all over Scott Dobie. Dobie's done well to get the ball though for Carlisle, and the referee's decided he'll bring it back, and this is shooting territory. It's wild shooting territory. It's about 15 yards outside the area, to the left of the D. Probably more like a ball into the box, Jeff Thorpe, but still, they might just have a pop here. It's that sort of night.
Well, you've got Hart and Kavanagh on there who like having a shot from just about anywhere, so I'd expect, I don't know, it might have a shot. There wasn't much in that challenge either, by the way. Whether the referee, we hear about them evening it up, there's not an awful lot, but there you go. It's an opportunity for Carlisle to get a bit more pressure on.
Former United man Jeff Thorpe there in commentary. 8th minute on BBC Radio Cumbria, 0-0. Leeds defending as Carlisle will put this ball into the area. Ian Hart goes to the back post, men onto it, Livesey's headed over the bar, goal kick Leeds.
Yeah, the ball was okay. It never really favoured Livesey too much, and I think he needed to be a bit closer to goal to cause a bit more problems. Livesey got his head on it, but I think the defender did enough that Livesey could never really get that much accuracy on that one. But so far it's been Carlisle pushing forward more. Leeds have had a couple of breaks forward, but not much, and it's actually Snodgrass up front at the moment with Beckier. We were wondering who it was going to be. McSheffrey's on the left, and it's Gradle down this right hand side. Snodgrass pushed up in a more central role, which you don't often see.
I didn't think it would be Gradle up front actually. Our colleagues from BBC Leeds were certain that would be the way it it went, but he is more of a winger. Oh, good ball into the centre. Was that a handball? The referee says no. Chance for Becchio, just wide. Best chance of the match, edge of the area. Probably should have scored there, Luciano Becchio. Carlisle wanted the handball, wasn't given. Out of nowhere, really incisive passing play from Leeds. Becchio flashed one wide, and that could have been the tie level on the night right there.
Yes, Leeds are capable of that. 2 or 3 passes. I thought it was a good strike. He hit it first time, he took a chance, went wide. But Carlisle's got to be very careful. It's all right, the crowd urging them on, get forward, get another goal. But if they leave themselves open and Leeds score, different game.
Good passing movement, wasn't it? Got them in, Jeff. Very good passing movement. And quickly in they were, as Carlisle looked to clear again for a second time. The threat of Leeds just been highlighted for the first time for them. And Leeds now going back to their goalkeeper Ankergren, but the threat was there. It came from nowhere, really. Just 3 quick incisive passes and United were under pressure.
Yeah, of course.
Won another header out to the left hand side. There's a foul there by Kavanagh, cynical one as well. He might just go into the referee's book. Don't forget the TV cameras are here tonight, so the referee, Mr. Andy Hall of the West Midlands, will know that he has to put in a good display. He's got his hand on his pocket. I think he's just saying next time, young man. McSheffrey, the man fouled there by Carlisle's Kavanagh, and Leeds have a free kick in a similar position to where Carlisle just had one, and they will certainly put the ball into the penalty area.
I think they will, James, and Tom is right that if you give players like Leeds have got in their team an opportunity, they can hurt you and they can be out of the game and then suddenly have 1 or 2 chances and they've got a goal.
Waiting for this ball into the area. There it goes. All this pressure on. Becchio's offside. Good header. Good save by Adam Collin as well. But it's an offside. Becchio was off. Can't have been too much. He doesn't agree with the linesman there. Adam Collin berating his back line, but he actually made a very good save.
It was a super save, wasn't it? He didn't know he was offside, obviously, and he got down very sharpish to push that ball round the post, and he told his defenders in no uncertain terms what he thought of them, because that must have been very marginal.
It's amazing how many owners of car registration, blah, 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 you hear at these football matches, isn't it? I wonder who are these people who double park at football matches? All the time. Slap wrist, says Tommy Cassidy.
Tommy's just got up to go move his car.
He's going to have to go. He'll be back in 5. Far side, was it a handball? Whatever it was, it's a throw into Carlisle. 15 yards inside the Leeds half on the right. 0-0. 11th minute now on BBC Radio Cumbria. Kavanagh looks to lay it off. Keogh sends it down the line. Kavanagh can put this through. Tries a wild shot on goal. Ankergren behind it all the way, but it's on target, and it's Carlisle's first real chance on target.
Well, I said earlier, Cav doesn't need a second invitation to shoot, and he's got that in his locker to be able to pull those, to get those in. But on that time, he couldn't get any power on it, and it bounced harmlessly into Ankergren's hands.
Leeds coming forward. United defending on the edge of the area. Clayton in there under pressure from Howson and Gradle. Does well to hook it clear. Crow brings it down. Matty Robson's pinched it off him. He'll drive forwards at the heart of the Leeds defence, looking to take it around his man. Back in there, Naylor gives it on to Ankergren. He'll have to clear under pressure. Carlisle might just get the throw in here. No, Evan Horde will head it back forwards for Carlisle into the centre of the Leeds half. Naylor, the captain, volleys away for Leeds. Becchio with the layoff as Leeds look to come forwards. Don't forget, games in hand would easily put them back to the top of League One. They're a good side, and Keogh's held on to McSheffrey there. He's driving away, just signed. Good tackle from Hurst. Finally Carlisle get the ball back, but Leeds take it back off them, looking to come forwards. Lovely running by Naylor, holding onto the ball for Leeds. In the Carlisle half, they go back into their own half now with Michalik. Driven out to the right hand side in search of Crow, the fullback. Too much on it. Throw into Carlisle United. They do have some quality players in there, Tommy Cassidy, when they get their foot on the ball and play.
Well, we're talking before the game about Kevin Hurst and whether he's in this, how good a player he is. Well, he just proved it there. The reason he's in the side, he defends very well. He protects Richard Keogh. He got back, took the ball off the guy. That's why he's in the side. Although a lot of Carlisle supporters want to see him get forward more and create more.
He's a right midfielder rather than a right winger, isn't he? There is a difference.
There is a difference. His work ethic's brilliant. It's very high. He does help the full back out. But as I say, a lot of people want him to get forward a little bit more down the right hand side.
Some fans still see his £100,000 plus transfer fee is wasted money, but he really does do a lot more work than I think he gets credit for. Clayton on the ball for Carlisle, looking to win it, but Howson picks it up for Leeds. Great ball out to the left-hand side. McSheffrey in space over there, has the overlapping Lowry going away from him, plays it onto him. Carlisle under pressure here. Leeds go backwards to come forwards. On the ball, Doyle feeds it out to the right-hand side in Crow. He has to go back down the line to Naylor in the Leeds half, pressured by Doby, and Leeds go back deep into their own half. Good play from Carlisle, good percentage football from them. Just closing their men down here at Brunton Park. Long ball through over the top. Snodgrass looking to get onto it. Under pressure from Danny Livesey. Keeps it in play. Thrown to Carlisle by the corner flag. Well done, Danny Livesey.
Well done, Carlisle. They pressured Leeds all the way back until there was only really that long ball option on, and that's what the Carlisle have got to do well all night, because there will be spells where Leeds have the ball for pretty, for a good few minutes and knock it about nicely, but we've got to let them do that in and around the halfway line where it doesn't hurt you so much. But Carlisle will pressure them and hopefully force them into a few mistakes.
Thoughts of Jeff Thorpe, former United midfielder, 0-0 on BBC Radio Cumbria. Leeds pump it over the top. Danny Livesey under this one. Ian Hart in there as well. Wins his header cleanly. Takes a bit of a clatter as he does though. But Leeds get it out to the left hand side. Another good ball from Johnny Howson. Picks out McSheffrey. Look at who's gone back, harrying away with him and forcing the man backwards. Ball into the back post. It was Hurst. Beckier with a flick on towards goal. Adam Collin will watch this all the way and just accepts the goal kick. No real trouble for Carlisle United there. But Leeds do move the ball around quickly. They can be short passing. They can be direct. These are the threats that Carlisle would always have had to expect. Well,
they've just had a few minutes, haven't they, where they've knocked the ball around nicely and they've probed away and haven't really got anywhere. They've always had to knock a long ball in the end that it's difficult, and it never really favours the forward too much if you're knocking it up around the head. But Carlisle have got to try and get hold of the ball again and get it out wide to Matty Robson and get a bit of possession.
Naylor there just with a big physical battle there. Thought he'd got a free kick, but the referee just wagged a finger to say no. Scott Davey, I think, probably going to have to be a little bit stronger than that up against his man. Kevin Hurst forces McSheffrey once again into a mistake, and Carlisle have another throw in, and he's harrying McSheffrey. But McSheffrey, of course, played Premier League and Championship football regularly throughout his career, and he's the sort of player who Carlisle will have to keep their eye on. But then again, so many of them are.
Well, that's right, but look, you're only playing the man on the night, aren't you? Carlisle have shown on numerous occasions that they've got enough to match Leeds.
Colin with a poor first touch there, put him under pressure. Tommy, former goalkeeper of yours there, hairy moment, but in the end he got it clear.
Yes, it is, but any goalkeeper in the Premiership wouldn't like that ball knocked back to him, particularly Adams' all right foot. I hate to see the ball on Adams' left foot.
Yes, it was into that left foot. He had to control it to get it on his right. Carlisle get a free kick on halfway. Scott Dobie fouled. Well, he will say for the umpteenth time so far. But against Michalik and Naylor, he's got to expect some rough treatment. He's got to be a big man. He can't just go up there and say he's not a target man striker. That's the role he's playing. He's got to be tougher up there tonight.
Well, he'll know that it's going to be a tough ask for him, and he's just got to work really hard.
Ball out to the right-hand side, looking for Hurst. He's come from an offside position. Clayton gets onto it, and entirely sure I agree with that, actually. He didn't look offside, did he? Tommy Cassidy doesn't think so, Jeff?
No, I thought he'd come from at least 5 yards onside, and he ran round the back of the full-back to get in on that. And yeah, it was a strange decision, I think. I'm not sure what the linesman over there saw, but I've seen on a couple of occasions the ball's been knocked up to Dobes, and he's flicked it on, but he's got to realise there's nobody with him, and it's just gifting possession away of the ball, and that's a lot better from him there. Where he's
coming forwards here. Ball out to the left-hand side from Graham Kavanagh in search of Matty Robson, hooked away by Crowe. Matty Robson will jockey it out of play and gets the throw in for Carlisle United. Despite a bit of a kick up the backside from Jason Crowe, I think he can have him for dinner if he wants him tonight. Matty Robson really does have the pace on that man, Jason Crowe. Clayton he's been tackled edge of the Leeds area, and Leeds can break forwards here. Ball up from Snodgrass to Becchio in space. Gradle going through the middle. United have to be careful. Richard Keogh gets in the way, and in the end hooks it away for a throw on this near side. Adam Clayton guilty of trying a bit too much there, and he wound up just giving it away cheaply. Throw into Leeds on the edge of the Carlisle penalty area. Right hand side, Snodgrass from up front has come across to take it. In the end though, he'll leave it to Crowe and drop off, a man who Carlisle themselves tried to sign. Crowe with his throw in then on the edge of the area. 17th minute, 0-0 on BBC Radio Cumbria. Snodgrass into Gradle to the right hand side. Crowe won't get there. At times I think they almost try and do too much, Leeds, and they've already given the ball away 3 or 4 times for just that sort of occasion. Well,
they have done. They do like to pass it about, but there's times where you can't do it. But that was just a simple pass that he got wrong. He got the direction and the weight wrong, and it was easy for Carlisle to get possession back. But yeah, I mean, apart from that one chance really by Becchio, they haven't threatened all that much in the penalty area, and Carlisle have got to be happy so far. They're coming up to the 18 minutes we've been playing, and probably both teams will be happy with the way it is at the moment.
Don't forget, Barrow fans, if you're tuning in, your match at Gateshead will be live on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online this evening. We'll be going to that one at about 22, so make sure if you do want to hear Barrow tonight, 756 837 1458 AM and online, you can hear. Good free kick for Carlisle. Naylor all over Dobie. I'll tell you more about Barrow later, because Dobie's just been pulled from pillar to post by Naylor on the edge of the area. Very cheap free kick really, because the ball wasn't even at them. It hadn't even arrived, and Carlisle have one about 10 yards outside the area. Well, the referee's taking it. Why is it there? It was a good 10 yards on from there, wasn't it? Anyway, it's on the edge of the area, right to the left-hand side, and it's going to be another ball into the area from Kavanagh, unless he takes on a really ambitious shot. Seemed to have a better angle than what we got in the end there, but perhaps the referee saw the early infringement and didn't give it for a couple of the later tugs that got closer to the edge of the area. But anyway, Kavanagh will put this one in. 19th minute on BBC Radio Cumbria. Jostling in the area gets the referee's attention. Over he goes. He'll have the mandatory word. Then we'll get on with the free kick. I'd love that to carry on and Carlisle to get a penalty. Here we go. Kavanagh's ball in back post, not good enough. Headed away easily by the first Leeds man there. Clayton picks it up there on the right hand side. Bit of space maybe. Tries to put it past Doyle. Has the legs, gets around him. Then he's held up. Needs support inside. Hasn't got anyone on. Buys a throw in. Nothing on. Bought the throw in. Keep the ball. Well done, Adam Clayton.
What makes me laugh, James, in today's game, I've never seen so many little tugs of shirts and pants and all. It is really, it's like, oh, it makes me laugh. I have a little grin on my face when I see this, you know, a big hard man tugging someone's shirt. Richard
Keogh, ball into the near post, headed away by Leeds. Should go for a throw-in. Paul Thirlwell's there to make sure Goy's given possession away. Leeds will look to break forwards here. Good one onto Snodgrass. Plays in McSheffrey. There's a break down the right-hand side. Carlisle are under pressure. What's the referee given? He's given a free kick. Must have been from when the ball was played. Must have been a tug from a Carlisle man. So it's on halfway, left-hand side. But for just a minute, it looked like Grader was going through for Leeds.
Yes, well, I watched Leeds against Spurs in the FA Cup replay at Allen Road last week, and I thought their main strength was their breakaways. And Carlisle got to be very aware of that tonight, because even that, if that had been the referee had that going on, had been a better ball, the guy was through on goal in a breakaway, and I think they've got to be very careful with that. That's their strength, breaking away.
Former Northern Ireland midfielder Tommy Cassidy alongside former United man Jeff Thorpe, your expert pundits on BBC Radio Cumbria tonight. Ball in to the edge of the Carlisle penalty area. Work to do here for United. Headed away, 0-0 the score. Picked up by Matthew Robson on the left. Held up by a Leeds man. Buys the throw in. Once again, nowhere to go. Keep possession. Things going well, but looking down there, both of you, would you ever have suspected that Simon Grayson, the man they call Larry, big hard defender in his days, would have turned out to be this sort of manager, head of a team who play this much football as Leeds do? Do you ever see that one coming, Jeff?
Well, I didn't know him, I don't know him, so you can never quite tell, but a lot of people in the game who do, you know, have either played with him or been at the same club as him. Characters do tend to come out in the dressing rooms, and people who have a better appreciation of the game and can understand it a bit better. And he was maybe one of those. He's done a pretty good job since he went to Leeds.
At Blackpool as well, he did a very good job there, getting them up into the
But we've got to say, you know, Leeds, since the form since the start of the year has been pretty average.
Yeah, true.
They have not been going great guns. And
well, since they beat Manchester United, they've won 1, drawn 3, lost 4 Leeds. Another free kick, and this time Naylor's going to be in the book for constant fouling of Scott Dobie. There's only one striker up front for Carlisle, but Richard Naylor has fouled him all evening long. The referee, I think, is going to show him. No, he's given him one final warning. I think that's a cop-out. Come on, referee, you're on TV. I think that's enough from him. Well, he keeps trying to walk away as well, and the referee has to call him back. I think get your cards out.
Well, I don't know. It's
for consistent fouling.
Yeah, but I mean, as a centre-half, he stood his ground and he headed the ball. And Scott fell over his leg or whatever, and Scott didn't go looking for it, I don't think, but you know, he's a centre-half who's got to attack the ball, and it's a physical game, and the ref's just, you know, that's nothing.
He can't foul his man every time. Not every time. Surely not. Surely there has to be some retribution.
I can guarantee a next foul he gives away as a yellow card. That's guaranteed.
Well, this one is just outside the area, but once again right on the left-hand side, so it's a Kavanagh right footer. It looks like another ball to the back post. They've been pretty poor so far. Wonder if he'll go for goal this time. This one, more on target. Ankrigan punches, and Leeds hook it away out of the area. It'll be picked up by Horwood in the centre circle. Has Kavanagh to his left. Not a great ball from Horwood, and Kavanagh just pumps it up and over the top. Was there enough offside in there? No. Linesman's flag stays down. Kavanagh forwards again. Leeds head away up to halfway. Kavanagh forwards again. Scott Dobie looking to get onto it. Fouled again by Naylor, surely. Referee decided not to blow this time. Thirlwell out to the right hand side, and Keogh, the fans getting behind United. 23rd minute, 0-0. Keogh comes inside his man, up to Thirlwell, ball around the corner looking for the run of Dobie. Michalek gets a tackle in there. Kavanagh couldn't get onto it, and Leeds will come away up to halfway. Becchio loses out, big header there, but Howson picks the ball up in midfield. Clayton battling with him, trying to win it back for Carlisle. Out to Gradle on the right, good touch around Evan Horwood. Max Allen Gradle in all sorts of space for Leeds. Carlisle on the ropes, ball across the face of goal, takes a deflection, nodded forwards, headed away by Keogh. Foul in there, pressure's off. Really good defensive work from Carlisle, but for just a moment there, Gradle showed a lovely touch of skill to get away from his man, and he looked like he was going to set something big up for Leeds.
Well, we said 5 minutes ago, that's Leeds' strength, breaking away quickly. They've got 1 or 2 quick players, good vision, And as I say, as long as Carlisle keep it tight, even when they're attacking, when Carlisle are attacking, as long as the back four are concentrating, it shouldn't be too bad. But Leeds have showed 3 or 4 times in the first 20 minutes that they're capable of breaking away and getting something.
Tony Craig, I think he's down there on the bench. No, he must be with Workington. That must have been someone else. He'll be with Workington tonight.
Lenny Pidgley, I think.
In action. Was it Lenny Pidgley,
yeah,
was it?
I think so.
He must have 2 or 3
Which, of
coats
course,
on under there.
Well, listen, this is a talking point in itself that Lenny Pidgley's been dropped for this game.
Well, I think the cards are out. Carlisle are going full strength now. They are going full strength. No more, what do you call it, tweaking, tinkering with the squad. Ian Hart under a bit of pressure here from Becchio. He's going to try and let the ball lovely bit of skill from Ian Hart. That's him at his best. In the right area, ever so good there, but then a ball down the line, that's back to him at his worst.
But I tell you, as a centre forward, closing him down there, that's woeful play by Becchio to let him out of that position. There's no need for him to. He just ran past him and made it easy. It was nice by Hart, but listen, that's a big let off, and that's a lot of the time forwards can't defend, can they? No,
didn't look like he could. Leeds throw in there, midway inside the Carlisle half, 24 on the clock. Leeds look to come forwards. Layoff is read by Thirlwell and cleared. He was on late kick-off last night with Clem and the boys. Looked about as... Well, he didn't look very comfortable. I was going to say something I probably shouldn't have done there. Ball out to the right-hand side for Scott Dobie. Michalik tackles it away. Carlisle throw in. 20 yards inside the Leeds half on the right. Well, I'd like to see Scott get in at Michalik, and that's the kind of ball that'll allow him to do it when it's played down the side of him, but just didn't quite have enough pace on it. But I've got to be fair, Michalik's done a pretty good job so far. He's looking pretty solid in there. You'd back him to have the legs on him, wouldn't you? You'd back him to have the legs on Michalik. Slovakian international defender, regular at centre-back for Leeds at one stage, but forced out by Patrick Kisnorbo, who wasn't fit enough to be in the Leeds squad tonight. But good player. Was it pretty much a mainstay in the Bolton team for a while in the Premier League as well, but doesn't seem to have longevity at clubs. Keeps on moving. Really. Comes in, does well, goes off the boil, gets moved on. But he's in tonight. Can Carlisle exploit his lack of opportunities in that Leeds back line? Here they come, up and over the top. Punted forwards, edge of the area. Dobie battling with Naylor. Naylor wins and is fouled this time by Scott Dobie. And the Leeds fans' ironic cheer as finally their captain wins something. Well, yeah, I mean, there was a bit of grappling going on, but listen, I mean, the lad still won the header cleanly enough, so he kind of fouled him that much and headed it up the pitch. I mean, just let it go on. But I know, you know, the cameras are here. Does it affect referees? There might be an assessor sat in the stand, and they get a bit pernickety, don't they? But there'll be 2 or 3. There'll be assessors all over the place for the Andy Hall in the middle there. He's under as much pressure as either of the managers, I would have thought, in his own career. It's a big stage for him and a chance to do something. Naylor on the ball. Carlisle looking to knock him off it. Howson comes and tidies it up. He's had a good game so far, Johnny Howson. Ball over the top from Leeds. Becchio battling for it. Wins the flick on. Comes to Gradle on the far side. Right hand side looking to pressure the Carlisle goal. Leeds with options. Howson lines one up on his left. Hits Thirlwell and is cleared by Hurst in the end. We go towards halfway. Naylor sends it forward. Oh, he was lucky that didn't come for a Carlisle break. Howson sends it up and over the top into the Carlisle penalty area. Surely Hart was barged in the back there. Well, Evan Hallward gets the ball down. Good tackle in the end. Bit wild, but good enough from Snodgrass. But it's a goal kick to Carlisle. Well, listen, Carlisle will be happy if that's all Snodgrass is going to do, because he hasn't had the ball so far, and he's the most dangerous player. So maybe this playing him centrally isn't giving him enough space to get on the ball and do what he's good at. Well, they're kind of matching Carlisle 4-5-1 at the moment, with Snodgrass pretty much sitting in front of the midfield, similar to Graham Kavanagh, Tommy. Yes, that's right, but remember that Alan Roddy played slightly wide, and I think he's a better player when he's got a bit of room to run at people. Ball he's up the middle. Kevin Hurst gives chase here for Carlisle United. Naylor comes across with a header. Matty Robson looking to get onto it. Leeds just about get it tidied up to halfway. Was there an offside in there? Header over the top. Hart has to be careful and is. Ball up to Matty Robson. Flicked on. Was it an offside? It was, but the referees decided that it doesn't matter. And it goes back through to the Leeds goalkeeper, Ancragren. I think when Greg Abbott's seen the Leeds side tonight, and Backford wasn't in it, because he's a big thing for Leeds United. Without him, they just lack that little bit, whatever it is up front. You know, it's not only his goal scoring ability, but his leadership of the line. They haven't got that. Snodgrass at the moment is not as effective as I thought he would be when he plays wide. Well, he's playing in one of the reserved roles, isn't he? United here taking on United. Carlisle against Leeds, 0-0 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. Thirlwell fouled for Carlisle. I have to be careful to go Carlisle Leeds and not United this evening, otherwise I'll be confusing the poor old listeners on BBC Radio Cumbria. What you need to know right now, though, 28 gone, is it's 0-0, and as things stand, United going to Wembley, but a lot of time in between now and the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, it's a bit patchy at the minute, isn't it? I mean, there's quite a lot of little free kicks given for, and no major challenges have gone in, nothing dirty, nothing malicious, but the referees, it's difficult for the game to get a bit of flow to it at the moment.
I think Becchio and Naylor for Leeds are both on their last legs before they'll be booked, but for consistent fouling rather than for anything particularly brutal. A good tackling back there from McSheffrey, sets Leeds away over the top. Ian Hart heads it off delightfully to Danny Livesey, he pumps it up and over the top. Matty Robson will give chase here, something could be on for the Carlisle left winger, getting forward, flicks it past his man. Adam Clayton will chase, but Naylor will get it clear for Leeds. Down the right hand side, should just drift out of play. Ian Hart comes across and makes sure, under pressure from Gradle, who does look quite lively at the moment. He's given Evan Horwood a few tough moments. So far, Carlisle have kept the ball away from him.
He's looked all right, hasn't he, on this right hand side? Looks like he's got a couple of tricks and he can get at players. Very much a forward thinking player and midfielder instead of the more Kevin Hurst dominated defensively.
Ian Hart's just turned tightly around his man once again on the edge of the area. He will get caught out if he keeps trying that. He's done it twice, it's come off twice. Third time, I don't suspect we'll be lucky.
You know, when it comes off, it looks brilliant, doesn't it? It's great to watch, it's entertaining, but he only has to do it one wrong time and pays a penalty, and, you know, he's in big trouble.
29th minute. In his defence, it was a ball given to him on his right foot, and we know he's heavily left-footed, but still, he does have a right foot of sorts, Thorpe, and perhaps should have just used it there. Too risky?
Well, no, I'd have done it, but it was risky. Like Tommy says, it looks great when it comes off, but I don't know, maybe do experienced players kind of get away with a bit of the flack that the manager would have given to a younger player there for trying that? Evan
Horwood looking to go round his man here on the left-hand side. He's got the space. Can he get onto the ball? Gradle puts it out, corner to Carlisle. Oh, he's caught Evan Horwood quite heavily there, Gradle. Evan Horwood's limping away. His left foot is in a bit of trouble there. Will he be okay? He's putting it down as he comes back onto the pitch. He did ever so well to get onto it playing a 1-2 with Matty Robson, but I think he might have to go down in a moment, Evan Horwood. He looks in all sorts of trouble. Watch that he is. He's going down. Evan Horwood is in trouble there. He's carefully limped 10 yards back onto the pitch to make sure that Carlisle don't have to work with 10 men here. And now Neil Dalton's coming on, but they will. He's going to have to go off.
Well, Evan was trying to get back into the field of play, wasn't he? You could see he had a problem, but he didn't want to fall down straight away like the vast majority of players do. And it was only at the last resort when he thought, oh, I've gone 10 yards here and it's I've got a bit of a problem. So down he goes, and he's done the sensible thing.
That looked like one of those ones where he's gone to put the cross in. Gradle's hit the ball and it's jarred in between them, but Gradle's all tensed and got everything behind it. Evan Horwood's just got his ankle ligaments to protect him, and it looks like they may have been stretched there, Thorpe.
Yeah, it does. It looks like he's hobbling. That's uncomfortable for him at the moment. And
Peter Murphy on the bench, he'd be the immediate left-back selection, you'd have thought. I'm just looking out, there he is, warming up to our right-hand side. Evan Horwood, you hope he'll be all right. Bit of magic sponge will maybe see him through, but he's given it his all, but when you stretch your ligaments like that, corner's coming in as he's defended away by Leeds. Clayton tries to send it forwards again. Doyle clears again for Leeds. Clayton sends it forwards, all in the air again. Flick on from Thirlwell. Leeds volley heavily away, up and over the top. Carlisle currently down to 10 men. Kevin Hurst with a slightly loose touch out to the right hand side on Richard Keogh. His touch is even worse, and it's throwing to Leeds just inside their own half on the left.
Yeah, Richard just needed to have a bit more composure there and be aware of who was around him, and he was never really going to be able to pull that off, even if it had been a good touch, I didn't think, because the midfielder knew exactly what he was going to do and had gone into the space to close that down.
Evan Horwood's back on, good news, doesn't look too bad. Ball over the top, Ian Hart clears. First test of that left ankle of Evan Horwood. Good touch around his man, allows Ian Hart to clear. Ball over the top, Scott Derby gives chase. Naylor's there, likewise Michalik clears heavily up front and away. Livesey comes in with a big header. Matty Robson might just keep this in on the left hand side. Oh, lovely first touch. I didn't even know he had that much quality at times, Matty Robson. Paul Thirlwell on the ball, turns one way then the other. Now Ian Hart sends it forwards over the top. Robson can't get there, throwing to Leeds in the right back position. Matty Robson has just grown so much as a player since he came in, Tommy. What a player he's becoming for Carlisle.
Yes, when he first arrived from Hartlepool, I was a wee bit dubious about him, but I can honestly say now that, you know, if he can play at a higher level. He's got this ability, his work ethic is brilliant, but he's also got the ability to run by players and get crosses in. There's no doubt in my mind he can definitely play at a higher level.
Can Carlisle get there at a higher level with Matty Robson? Not wanted at his former club, more than happy to have him here, Hartlepool that was, more than happy to have him here at Carlisle United, where he's a real star these days. Driven forwards by Colin at the back for Carlisle. Naylor heads it all too easily out. Livesey heads it back forwards in search of Robson, won't get there. Snodgrass sends it forward. Thirlwell cuts it out for Carlisle in midfield. Back into defence and Hart sends it over the top. United looking to pressure the Leeds end. Scott Derby in there with a header. Should be a Leeds throw-in, but another good battle there with Naylor. He wants more than just a throw-in. He's just getting the throw-in though.
Yeah, I'll note neither team can exert much influence on the game at the moment. It's a bit messy. It's being launched long. There's headers, and both midfields are trying to get in the game, but there's a lot of pressure on the ball as well.
Oh, the ball breaks to Clayton going into the area. This could be it. He scored! He scored for Carlisle United. Great persistence from Scott Dobie, and Clayton with a cool finish. Coolness personified. Strokes Carlisle United into a 1-goal lead on the night and a 2-goal lead on aggregate. And it could mean, well, it does mean that Leeds have to score 3 to get past Carlisle United now tonight. 33rd minute, Carlisle United 1, Leeds 0.
Well, it's that high pressure game that forged that chance, and that little bit of luck that you need, and a little bit of a ricochet. But Clayton was up in an advanced position, harrying the ball, and it fell lovely for him. Took a touch, and he was through one-on-one with the keeper. Leeds defenders couldn't do anything about it. It just dropped so nicely for him, and he was really calm in that position. We've seen how he's done it before, and he just slotted it past Ankergan, who didn't have a chance, and in the net. Terrific.
Listen to the Carlisle fans. All right, they've stopped now. Anyway, 1-0 up on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. That's a huge score, Tommy Cassidy.
When I seen Adam Clayton first arrive, his first few games, he never went out of the centre circle. Good player, good pass to the ball. Recently he's getting forward, and he showed against Huddersfield on Saturday. He could run the ability. He showed there tonight how he can get forward and finish.
Wow. Thorpe said, I hope they don't score too early in this one. They've scored pretty early, only half an hour or so in, Jeff, and Carlisle United have more to defend now.
Well, you would think so, and this is going to... I mean, Leeds have got nothing to lose now. They've got to be a bit more adventurous, and but you know, it was that's Carlisle's first attempt on goal in the game, and the keeper hadn't had a save to make, and they've taken advantage of a bit of fortune.
We'll break on now. Johnny Howson looking to go through into the area. Great ball, great layoff, taken well by Colin. Who was that? I think it was McSheffrey up front. Yeah. Really poor finish on his right foot. He's all left foot, Gary McSheffrey. Didn't catch that one at all. Very nice passing from Leeds. Cut Carlisle right open there.
Well, he had enough time and space to take another touch there and just set it up nicely for himself. He rushed it, must have thought somebody was behind him, or he had to take it first time, and he got nothing on it, and that was a let off for Carlisle.
It was a really good chance that, Tommy. Didn't really make the most of it at all, the new man for Leeds.
No, they cut Carlisle apart at the back, but the guy should have taken 2 touches. But as Jeff said, he might have thought somebody was up his back, but that was a great chance for him.
Really was. He's obviously been in and out of the team at Birmingham where he'd moved, and not really looked a bit short of things there, short of match practice and fitness as well. Just didn't seem composed at all. Graham Kavanagh, ball out to Hurst on the right hand side, and lets it run past him. Keogh might just get there for Carlisle, keeps it in play, and now he's going to have a drive at his man. He'll have a go at them, looking to play it through for Clayton. Heavy ball, Clayton nips it past one man, out to Hurst on the right hand side. Keogh's still going forwards, played up to Clayton again. Can he nip play together for Carlisle? On the right, looking to pressure Leeds. A goal up on the night, 2 goals up in the tie. Out to Horwood on the left, first time ball in search of Matty Robson. Kavanagh in there, strong tackle. Kavanagh's hurt, but he's up quickly. Leeds bombing forwards now, bombing forwards from the right hand side. McSheffrey's come over, out to Gradle on the left flank now. Carlisle under pressure, Leeds breaking forwards ever so quickly here. Gradle around one man, throws himself down. Unbelievable there that he thought he'd get a free kick. The referee just says play on, but the Carlisle clearance is poor, and they need to calm down. There's a fraughtness about this game now, very much so. Jeff Thorpe's pointing something out to us, Jeff.
Yeah, I was just they've changed the shape a bit now. McSheffrey's gone central, and Snodgrass.
Just hang on a second here. Gradle's looking to come forwards for Leeds here. Shot on goal, hits the Leeds man in the area. It looked like he hit the arm there of Doyle. Carlisle looked to get it clear. Doyle will force the corner on the far side.
Of course, I mean, you've seen a change straight away from Leeds, who've really gone on the offensive. They've pushed forward, they've got a lot more urgency in the game, and that changes shape really. I mean, it wasn't really working for them earlier. They had a couple of breakaways where they looked dangerous, but Snodgrass has hardly had a kick, and he's the most dangerous player. So he's going to go into more conventional right-wing mode, and Gradle over to the left with McSheffrey down the middle.
That's what we were expecting, actually. Certainly what I was expecting. Now over on the far side is Snodgrass, I think, to take this corner. Deep one into the middle, headed away by Carlisle. Will be picked up again on the left by Leeds. Onto the left foot, here comes the corner in again. Work for United to do. Cleared away by Keogh to Thirlwell on the right. He'll blast it forwards. Not a good ball, but almost falls kindly for Carlisle. Moved out to the far side there. Leeds looking to get forwards with Becchio. Surely Michelik's backing into his man there, but no, says the ref, and Carlisle clear again. But Leeds will come forwards again, but in the end they concede a throw-in. And Carlisle United can breathe a sigh of relief. Carlisle fans in front of us holding their hands up and just sort of saying, who thought we could get here?
Yes, well, Greg Abbott's got to be a happy man, because Carlisle more of the same. They've been the better side. They've just got to be concentrated a bit more when they're on the attack, if that sounds Irish. You know, and I just think Ian Hart hasn't to give the ball away silly, and I think they can go on and win this game, even score more goals.
38 gone on BBC Radio Cumbria. Carlisle pressurising the Leeds goal again. Graham Kavanagh charges down the clearance. Matty Robson loses it. Paul Thirlwell puts it in space behind the Leeds defence. Under pressure, Naylor hammers it away. Flicked on further by Howson, and Becchio comes off his man to try and play Leeds in, but he's only played Kavanagh onto the ball. United have men forwards here, pressuring Leeds. Kavanagh goes square. Clayton onto it. Tries the shot. It's a chip, and it's gone over. Nice effort. Wrong conviction in the end by Adam Clayton, but Carlisle are asking big questions of Leeds, and so far they don't have all the answers.
Yeah, he's a clever player, Clayton. Not all players at this level would have seen that opportunity, and he just didn't get his execution right, but it was probably the right option as he was getting closed down. Just a little bit low, well, 2 or 3 feet low probably, and it would have caused
was out of it, wasn't he?
But it was terrific vision to see it.
Don't forget, Barrow fans, in just a moment's time we'll be going over to the International Stadium. Hang on, Carlisle looking to come forward here. Hurst looking to play through Matty Robson, but Leeds defend it away. As I was saying, we'll be off to the International Stadium on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online in a few moments' time. Barrow's replay in the FA Trophy third round against Gateshead coming up live on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online. Here on FM, we'll be sticking with Carlisle United, who are 1-0 up against Leeds on the night, 3-1 on aggregate, and it's all going swimmingly here. Ankrugen takes the ball forwards then for Leeds United. Carlisle will have to defend again. Ian Hart wins the header over Becchio for the first time really this evening. Howson pulling the strings in midfield for Leeds. To Crow on the right. Matthew Robson closes him down. Now Snodgrass will have a go at Horwood. Onto his left foot. Nice ball around the corner. Still comes to Snodgrass. Space to get the ball into the back post. Carlisle are being undone here. Keogh heads it away. Kavanagh should get it clear. Smashes it up to halfway. Dobie jumps. Can't win his header over Michalik. Clayton with a bit of thigh control there. Gets it away from one man. Then gets bashed in the chest as he does so. Crow bring it forwards. Good running from Gradle. Offside. And Carlisle have a free kick and a chance to administer some treatment to that man in front of us, Adam Clayton.
Yeah, first time Snodgrass has really had an impact on the game, and it's through coming out to this right-hand side, finding himself in a bit more space, being able to manipulate things a bit more, and that was really clever play, a nice play, and his chip to the far post. No Leeds player had anticipated it, and they managed to get it clear, but you know, you've got to expect Leeds to get a bit stronger as the game goes on, but as they do that, they're going to leave gaps, and if Carlisle can push forward and break quickly, and with the likes of Robson and Dobie and Hurst pushing up and Clayton, then there'll be chances for them. I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, there really will be. Graham Kavanagh just talking to Greg Abbott while Adam Clayton gets a bit of treatment. I think he was probably just winded. Got a bit of the ball, Johnny Howson, but it was a bit of a lash out, and I think he probably laced Adam Clayton in the chest as well, Tommy Cassidy.
Yes, it was. But Adam showed a lot of desire to get the ball there. I don't think it was a free kick or anything like that. But I'm just looking at Snodgrass. I think Jeff's right. You know, when he's more dangerous, he comes on wide right. But what I don't like about Leeds, if I was a Leeds supporter, they don't look like they have a threat up the middle, and I mean that'll shoot Carlisle down to the ground. They've got the threat definitely down the sides, so the two full-backs have got to be wary of that, but they've no Jason Beckford, and it's certainly showing.
There's no Jermaine Beckford either.
On the right. Well, yeah.
You're all right, Tommy. But a text here from her. Come on, Blues, let's make it 2. Hiya, James in the East Stand, and hiya, Mean Gene in the Warm. Like me at home listening. That's from Helen in Carlisle getting in touch with BBC Radio Cumbria. Hi to everybody listening to us tonight on BBC Radio Cumbria FM now. I believe as we'll be over on AM and online if you want to follow coverage of Gateshead against Barrow in the FA Trophy. Right here, right now, live with Carlisle, and we're closing in on half-time in this one. 42nd minute as Leeds look to come forward with a throw-in on the left-hand side. Picked up on the left. Bit of space for McSheffley to try and get the cross in. Can't do so. Closed down all the way. Still gets his cross in though. Near post ball. Gradle with the spinning volley. Didn't really catch it right, and Ian Hart comes away down the byline. Clips it inside his man for the third time this evening. Then clears over the top. Scott Dobie can give chase. Under pressure. Loose ball. Clayton almost onto it. Couldn't quite get there. Good defending by Leeds. Back into the centre circle. Clayton takes it off. Howson though. Good spin and turn. Carlisle have men forwards. Clayton's taken a shot on from 50 yards. What was he trying there? Carlisle had much better options on. I think he probably needs to refine his composure.
Yeah, carried away a bit there was Clayton, but terrific break forward again.
Ball falls to Gradle. Oh, good turning shot, but in the end it was offside anyway. I think he was offside when Becchio flicked it onto him. Listening to the commentary in Australia Online, could you say a special hi to Cassie and Murray in C-Stand and all my mates at Brunton Park. Looking good so far. Come on the Cumbrians. That's from Andy McKay, listening down under this evening. We hope that Leeds stay down under as Carlisle United look to make it through to Wembley in the final of the Johnston's Paint Trophy.
Well, at the moment, I mean, Leeds look a team bereft of any confidence, really, and it probably is an indication of the poor run that they've been on in the league as well. I mean, without that Manchester United result, it's been pretty awful for them. But
I just saw it. I mean, this is how obsessed I am with tea. Oh, another free kick there to Scott Dobie. But somebody, Jordan to our right, asked if I wanted a cup of tea. I said no, but because I saw one in front of me, I had a swig. It's someone else's and it's full of sugar. Is it yours? Do you have sugar in your tea? Jeff Thorpe ousted. He has sugar in his tea.
Well, James, you can't afford to have sugar in your tea because you know what happens when you have a lot of sugar.
What's that, Tommy? A lot of energy?
You tend to put on a lot of weight.
Thank you, Tommy. On the left-hand side, who invited you anyway? Honestly, he's always talking about my waistline.
You're right in front of me, that's why.
I'm blocking his view. Left-hand side, Ian Hart with a chance to put the ball into the penalty area. Carlisle 3-1 up an aggregate against Leeds, 1 up on the night, thanks to that goal from Clayton. Here comes Ian Hart's ball into the penalty area. Not a great one. Bounces in the middle. Leeds will get it clear, but only just. Hurst sends it back out to the left-hand side. Matty Robson will get it under control, under pressure from Crow. Has he bought the corner? Yes, he has, you know. Certainly has. 44th minute. Carlisle have a corner. Oh, a second goal on the night here with just about put one foot firmly on the hallowed turf of Wembley.
Well, that's good play by Matty Robson. Can go nowhere. Thought he'd give it a corner kick and he got it. Now that's a good delivery here.
Former Northern Ireland midfielder Tommy Cassidy, one of your two experts on BBC Radio Cumbria. The other's Jeff Thorpe. Don't worry, I'm not claiming to be an expert. That's those guys. I just tell you what's in front of me. Here we go. Kavanagh ball into the back post. Big head in there. Ooh, Richard Keogh put a hand up as if he'd been tugged there. Doyle keeps it in play for Leeds on the far side into the final minutes of the first half. Cleared forwards by Doyle. Flick on from Gradle. Adam Clayton picks it off. Then he's caught by his man. Still picks out a Carlisle shirt. Up to Keogh. Will look to try. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it cheaply there, Richard Keogh, and he went down. And now Gradle's away down the left. Leeds looking to get an equaliser on the night here at Brunton Park, right on half time. Gradle goes one way, right across the face of goal, cleared away by Kavanagh for Carlisle. That all came from that man who's just got the ball back now, Richard Keogh. He'll come forwards now. What can he create for Carlisle? Has Matty Robson to his left, picks him out. In close proximity, Evan Horwood for Carlisle. Oh, that's a loose tackle there from Crow. He's in the book, no doubt about it. Matty Robson bought that. He saw him coming. He poked the ball past him and he allowed him to wipe him out. He was off the floor ready just to make sure he got no serious injury. And he's conned Jason Crow, the fullback, into wiping him out. And now Crow will not be able to dive in again in this match, Tommy Cassidy.
No, he won't. But I'm just the last attack from Leeds United there just showed me what they're lacking up front. The guy got down the left-hand side, right across the byline. He scored it across the 6-yard box. No one there, and that stands out a mile tonight. And that's a big plus for Carlisle.
It went far too far across there, didn't it? Ball down the line for Carlisle. Matty Robson gets under control, under pressure from that man Crow. Crow won't want to foul him again. Looking to get the corner out of his man, shapes it up, opens his body, gets the corner, and we're into 1 minute of added time. Carlisle will just about have the time to put this corner in. A big header into the back of the net. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Well, another goal, let's be honest here, would finish the game, wouldn't it? And what a time to get, if they get the second goal. Imagine just on the 46th, 47th minute. Great time for it.
Oh my giddy aunt, if they could just do that. Here we go then, right hand side, Kavanagh to take the corner in front of us. To be an in-swinger on his right foot in front of the Carlisle fans down there in the paddock. How they'd like a goal here. It goes into the middle, Ankragan under it, takes it well. Oh, all that build-up. He'll bowl out quickly, and there's a bit of a break on here for Leeds. Carlisle have committed a lot of men forwards, and they are coming forwards in numbers here, Leeds. Surely Carlisle won't concede this close, but cut inside here. Good running from Leeds. It's McSheffrey. Very strong tackle in there. Clayton gets it clear. That's half-time. There you go. Half-time on BBC Radio Cumbria. Carlisle United 2 goals clear of Leeds United, and they are certainly closer to Wembley than they were when we got underway tonight. They led by a goal going into this one. It's now 2. They're 1-0 up. Scott Dobie's harrying and persistence opened up a chance for Adam Clayton, and didn't he take it well, Tommy Cassidy?
He certainly did, but the game's not over yet. But I can see Carlisle scoring goals in the second half as well. Leeds just got to push forward. They'll push forward lead gaps. It's up to Carlisle to take it. But at the moment, 1-0, brilliant result at the moment.
Really is going well then for Carlisle United here. Tommy Cassidy, of course, former Northern Ireland midfielder. Alongside him, in between the pair of us, Jeff Thorpe, former United man. What does it feel like as a man whose heart is well and truly in this club to see them doing so well in such a big match?
That's terrific, isn't it, Dave? I mean, the roar that went up when they scored that goal was terrific, wasn't it? And they've done well. They've done well in this game. I mean, Leeds have disappointed me a bit, and Tommy's exactly right. They lack some cutting edge up there, and with the exception of one or two moments from Snodgrass towards the end of that half, there's nothing there that should really frighten you, and they're going to have to do a lot more to get into this game. But Carlisle have done what they've needed to do. They haven't been the attacking threat that we wanted them to be. They've only had 1-2 shots, both from Clayton, one a chip over, and of course the goal. But you take your chances when they come along, and that's exactly what the lad did, and it's given them a great chance.
What's been the difference between the two sides, Jeff? Why have Carlisle United gone in at half-time a goal up?
Well, it was a lucky break for him. I mean, it wasn't what you'd call an excellent piece of football from Carlisle, but it was good pressure, good harrying. Leeds made a mistake and they got the lucky ricochet. It fell to Clayton, who'd anticipated it, and he tucked it away nicely. That's been the difference. Leeds have had 3 or 4 probably better opportunities in better areas, but they've failed to pick out the right ball. There's been nobody there who wants to put the ball in the back of the net, and that's a difference.
When it broke, Tommy, to Adam Clayton, still a bit of work to do. He had to show a bit of strength to get past one man and then composure to poke it past Ankergren, who certainly showed against Tottenham Hotspur in the Cup recently what a good goalkeeper he can be on the night. Adam Clayton is almost the most valuable player Carlisle have got these days. He really is becoming a top performer for them.
Well, you used the word composure, and that's what it was about. He got a little lucky break at the edge of the box, but his composure was brilliant. He could have blasted it, he could have chipped it, but he just side-footed in the corner. He passed the ball into the net, and you see a couple of efforts after that. He tried to clip the goalkeeper from 20-30 yards. I love that, James. It's innovative. The ordinary footballers don't do that, James. You wouldn't do that on a Sunday. You'd blast it. The lad got his head up, David Beckham style, 40 yards out, tried to clip the goalkeeper. That shows innovation.
Tommy, I wouldn't have been up with play. Anyway, it was about 50 yards the second attempt he had. The chip was very nice from the edge of the area, but then he tried one from about 50 yards. I mean, ambition, perhaps the occasion going to his head just a touch, but it didn't go to his head when it mattered most. Yes,
but you see, he's playing with confidence, and you only do that when you're a confident player. And Adam Clayton, over the last probably 4 games, has been magnificent for me. Him and Matty Robson were the men of the matches on Saturday against Huddersfield. Tonight, at the moment, he's man of the match.
He certainly is. In front of us, we've got BBC Radio Cumbria's Val Armstrong, who is, of course, a big Carlisle United fan these days. Val, what have you made of that first half?
Oh, James, we've loved it. Sitting here on the back row just underneath you, I could hear all the excitement in the commentary box, and obviously the guys beside me. I'd like to quote what they were saying most of the game, but I don't think I dare. You probably picked it up on the effects mic, but it's fantastic. And of course, when the goal went in, I almost turned around and kissed you 3, but I didn't.
Well, I can tell you one of us in this box would probably have gone for that, but I couldn't tell you which one it was. Wouldn't be Jeff Thorpe, of course, because he's very much happily married these days, as we heard about. That was this summer, wasn't it, Jeff Thorpe?
Yeah, last year, August.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Just very recently. Anyway, we have other action tonight, of course. Underway all our other matches so far, 7:45. Barrow at Gateshead, Workington in their match as well. And I believe there's been a goal in that one, which we can get some details on. John Walsh is the man watching this game at Borough Park. Walshy, what's the latest?
Yeah, 7 minutes on the clock, James, but already Workington in front. Came on 37 seconds, timed at 37 seconds. Stephen Mindmarsh had a big part to play in it. He's making his first start for the club. He's had a 3 or 4 few minutes at the end of each game, but this is his first start, and what an impact he made. Great run down the left hand side, cut past one defender, cut in and past another, right across the face of the box, drove in a shot. The keeper, Dave Carnell, couldn't hold it, and there was Johnny Wright to slam it home. We've just seen a shot from Anthony Wright, just skimmed the post as well, with Carnell beaten, and Workington really got off to a flying start. It's Workington 1, Stalybridge 0.
John Walsh then, your man watching that one on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online. There's another game being reported on. It's Kendal against Lancaster in the Unibond League Cup quarter-final at Parkside Road. Gary Woodworth's your man at that one.
Yeah, just played just under 3 minutes here, James. It's still Kendal Town 0, Lancaster City 0 at the moment. Slightly late kicking off here. 4 changes for Kendal Town tonight. Cam Warburton, George Melling, Lee Mulvaney and Andy Bell all into the starting lineup. Bell and Taylor Polland up front for the first time since the 12th of December. One early chance for Kendal Town. Really needed someone to shoot. Elaborate build at 4 or 5 Town forwards involved. Lee Mulvaney eventually had the shot, which was deflected behind. Town coming forward again through Carl Osman. As I speak, it needs to go wide, but he's brought down. That's a free kick 25 yards out. So just the early stages here. Bright start by Kendal Town, decent tempo. It's 0-0. And one of the things, just quickly, James, as well, I know we've been talking about the appeal for Lee Ashcroft. I can confirm that the appeal against his 3-month ban will be heard by the FA in Manchester on Friday the 26th of February. That's the appeal on 26th of February. James, back to you.
We're watching that one for you on BBC Radio Cumbria. We'll try and get you the Penrith, Guildford Park and Whitehaven scores for the start of the second half here at Brunton Park. Our two dignitaries alongside me now, taking in some cup of tea and fairy cakes as well, I might hasten to add. I've tried to give mine away, but nobody wants it, but I'm still not going to eat it, Jeff Thorpe.
Why have you given it away? You normally eat them. Is it because Tommy's here? I think that's why. Tommy's put a bit of pressure on you.
It's given me a complex, Tommy Cassidy has. I'm not even kidding. Right, 1-0 Carlisle United leading here against Leeds tonight in the Johnston's Paint. 3-1 it is on aggregate. No scores yet in the Premier League, the Championship, League One, or elsewhere in the JPT. Southampton against MK Dons still goalless. At the moment, the Saints the ones looking to meet, as it looks, Carlisle in the final. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take in some of that match in the FA Trophy, just to give you a little taste of what's going on there. It's the third round replay at the International Stadium. Gateshead against Barrow. Gateshead are 1-0 up, I'm just hearing. They've just scored. Your commentary team, Matt Newsom and Russell Dodd, will be back in plenty of time for the second half here at Brunton Park. Let's get some of that commentary.
Very disappointing from Barrow's perspective. I mean, they did well to block the initial shot, but the ball just trickled out to Wake, and it was a fairly straightforward shot from inside the penalty area, straight into the corner. No chance for the keeper there.
It's a throw in over on that far side to Barrow, who now have to pick up the initiative in this game. It's fed forward from Jones down the centre, picked up by Gateshead though, midway inside their own half. Ball hooked on, it looked as though Gate was caught there. Sheridan seems to plead his innocence to the referee, but it will be a foul to Gateshead midway inside their own half.
I suppose from Barrow's perspective now, they've just got to kind of pick their heads up. They've conceded early, and I think if you are going to concede, conceding in the opening minutes, at least you've got time to get yourself back into the game.
Well, Chris Gates found by a lovely pass, reverse pass from Brian Wake. DC was alert and alive to it, came out and smothered the ball under pressure, and now he can feed the ball out to Gareth Jellyman. And Barrow, who started off with a couple of decent chances early on in this game, find themselves a goal down here. Workington lead by a goal to nil, of course, in our other games, as Kendal Town still level with Lancaster City, and Carlisle, who were last, when we last heard, at half-time in their game with Leeds United, lead by a goal to nil. 3-1 on aggregate, of course. It's Curtis who chips that ball down in towards the right channel for Darryl Clare to chase, but it's picked up by Tim Deasy, and Barrow can get the ball forward again.
Gateshead looking a lot more settled now after that goal, and it's up to Barrow just to do their best to unsettle that. I think press the players, put pressure on them at the edge of the box, because they are capable of making mistakes, Gateshead, and Barrow have got to be in a position to be able to capitalise on that.
Well, it's Tim Deasy who picks up the ball. Another long ball forward from Gateshead, who, despite building a decent move in that goal, have looked for the long ball, and that's just what Barrow did there as well, as Tim Deasy fed it forward. It's headed away by Sheridan. Inside his own half, Brian Wake picks the ball up, and it looked as though Baxter couldn't quite keep that in play, and that should be a throw to Barrow. Just inside the Gateshead half it is, with Jellyman. He looks for options. He'll go back towards Pearson. He takes a touch just inside the Barrow half, then back into the Gateshead half with Jellyman. Sheridan lost it forward for Wiles. Would he get there before Farm, and the Gateshead keeper came out and just allowed that ball to roll out of touch and away from danger.
I think they're playing the ball high and early, and trying maybe to bring out a bit more of that nervousness that we seem to see from Farm in the opening minutes there, when there was a bit of confusion in the Gateshead defence. But those high balls into the box are going to be sort of bread and butter for Gateshead centre-back pairing of Jones and Curtis, who are big guys in the centre-back there, and it's going to be difficult to get past those. Particularly
Curtis. I mean, he was the guy who scored the equaliser in the first game of this FA Trophy third round tie. A place in the last 8, of course, for both sides awaits at home to York, and that's a carrot enough. It would mean they were just 2 games from Wembley if they get to that stage. Tim Deasy then with the free kick midway inside his own half, central position, drives it long down the middle, flicked away by Gateshead, comes towards Bond on the edge of the penalty area. He looked to get away from his man, but the first touch was a bit heavy, tucked into touch by Gateshead, and that'll be a Barrow throw, which Simon Spender comes forward, and he's got a bit of a long throw on him as Spender, as we look to get this game going again for the Bluebirds. Sheridan now midway inside his the Gateshead half. He goes for the diagonal ball, and with 10.5 minutes on the clock, that'll be a Gateshead goal kick.
It was the right idea from Sheridan. There was a good run being made there by Wiles, but just a bit too much on that, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Simon Wiles signed as an unattached player during the January transfer window. He was a hit with those fans at Dunfermline before his horrible injury, but he's recovered from that now, and he's just aiming to prove his fitness and get back to full strength here. It's an offside flag up against Gateshead, midway inside the Barrow half, which Jellyman will roll back to Pearson, and in turn Pearson will leave for Tim Deasy. Midway inside the Barrow half here. We've had just 11.5 minutes of this game so far, and Gateshead currently lead by 1-0 here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport, AM and online, of course, on our FM frequency. It's Carlisle against Leeds in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. They currently lead by 1-0, 3-1 on aggregate. Ball fed forward by Gateshead, out to that left-hand side. Darryl Clare continues to give chase, but Tim Deasy will come forth and punt forward up towards the jump of Andy Bond. It's back with Gateshead on that left-hand side now, and they will feed it forward in towards Clare. The ball rolls past him and through to Tim Deasy.
I'd like to see Barrow maybe get the ball on the ground a little bit more and try and play in behind the last four, because at the moment the ball's going high in the air and Gateshead are just winning everything in the air at the moment, and it's just a bit easy for them at the moment. Well,
Andy Bond tried a speculative effort there. The flick on from Walker initially was good. Midway inside the Gateshead half, up towards the edge of the penalty area, and if Bond had just taken that on a bit more, he could have got a real shot on goal and maybe troubled Paul Farman. As it was, it rolled over the top of the crossbar, and that will be 12.5 minutes on the clock so far. It's still Gateshead 1, Barrow 0. Ball fed forward, Bond tries to flick it on, Sheridan gets it back towards Pearson, midway inside his own half, hooks it forward towards the Gateshead penalty area, but it's picked up by Baxter again, and it's fed out of play. Tackle from Jellyman on Wake. That'll be a throw-in, which Baxter will take for Gateshead. Just inside his own half, looks towards Clare. He feeds it on first time, but Sheridan will pick it up and immediately gets it forward for Walker to chase. And again, this time, Farman and I think it was Curtis sort out their communication, and that ball gets pumped into touch for another Barrow throw.
There's still an area of uncertainty there between keeper and Gateshead defence, and that's something Barrow can look to exploit. And I think that might be where a goal could come for Barrow, possibly from a mistake in the Gateshead defence.
Well, it'd be ironic, given that the Gateshead goal at Barrow was very much a defensive error from the Bluebirds, and that brings a smile from Katie Gornall, the mascot here for Gateshead on this near side. Patrols. And he had some ironic applause for a steward who tried to feed the ball back in play, but midway inside the centre circle, it's out towards Jason Walker. He's robbed by the Gateshead defence, fed forward to Andy Bond, who takes a touch, gets it inside the centre circle, out to the right hand side for Logan, but that ball was always going towards Robinson, the Gateshead fullback, and it's back to Paul Farman, who urges his players to push forward. We've had just 14 minutes of this game so far, still Gateshead 1, Barrow 0 here on BBC Radio Cumbria Sport, as Andy Bond looks for Sheridan back to Jones, as Barrow spread this ball across their own half, just inside. Fed into Sheridan now, has found a bit of space, and immediately he'll swing that ball forward for Walker. His touch takes it up into the air, brings it back down and out to the right-hand side where Spender's approaching. Midway inside the Gateshead half now, and it's Mark Boyd. He feeds it back out to that right side.
You are Ken at Brunton Park on BBC Radio Cumbria FM. Don't forget, if you want to carry on following that match on AM and online, Carlisle United on FM here up against Leeds. If you want to carry on following that one, though, if you're just tuning in, you're still hearing myself, James Phillips. BBC Radio Cumbria 756 837 1458 AM. That is where you need to go for Barrow's match at Gateshead in the FA Trophy. 1-0 to Gateshead as things stand. Don't forget elsewhere, Workington Reds leading 1-0 in their match against Stalybridge. We're also getting you goals from Kendal as well, along with the scores from Penrith, Guildford Park and Whitehaven's games this evening. There's been a goal in the Premier League. It's Portsmouth 0, Sunderland 1 in the Premier League. The goal scorer in that one was Darren Benson. He said Marcus Benton, certainly not him. Darren Benton with the opener then for Portsmouth. No other goals elsewhere. We'll keep you up to date with those that matter up and down the country this evening. As things stand, Wigan 1, Stoke 0 is another score we're just getting in. Paul Shawner in the Premier League. As things stand, we're about to get back underway here. No changes for either side. Leeds will kick off, going from right to left in front of us. They're going towards the Waterworks end. There goes the starters Marshall's whistle. Carlisle United playing towards the Warwick Road end with a 2-goal advantage over Leeds in this tie. Jeff Thorpe finally poised as we have 45 minutes of football action left.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not over yet, and if recent history is anything to go by, when Carlisle take the lead, they're in for a rough time in the second half.
Oh, Gradle looking to get in straight away. Shot on goal, beaten away Colin. Becchio might still get onto it. Livesey gets a clearing header. Immediately Leeds start in the opening 20 seconds of the second half. Shove on Becchio, head through on goal. Leeds have scored. Play's been allowed to go in, and it's Snodgrass. The header back on goal there. Carlisle United undone immediately. Not even a minute of the half played. Not even a minute. Leeds straight out of the traps, and they rip Carlisle United apart here at Brunton Park. Really poor defending, you have to say, at the back. Ian Hart still having an argument with Adam Collin this thing stand, but the Carlisle defence just froze. Snodgrass didn't, and he heads Leeds right back into this one. 1-1 on the night, 3-2 still on aggregate to Carlisle, and we're only in the 46 minutes.
No, that was a real mix-up at the back. I mean, Adam made a good save, and then the Carlisle back forward pushed out to the edge of the box. Adam didn't really come out with him. He stayed in the 6-yard box. The ball was knocked in. He couldn't make it. But bad defending, you've got to say that. Bad defending all round. And I think, I was just going to say before they scored the goal, Carlisle have got to keep it tight for 15 minutes, and then guess what happens?
Yeah, 1-1 on the night, Jeff. A lot of work for Carlisle to do now, and you were just saying that Carlisle never make it easy. You felt there was one more turn. Matty Robson coming forwards here, finds a corner for Carlisle, who will have their chance now to respond immediately.
Well, we've seen in countless numbers of games recently, when they do take the lead, that they give the other team opportunities to get back in it, usually through sloppy defending, and that was it. It wasn't particularly good play that broke them down. It was sloppy defending, and it's going to be a tough half for them, I think.
It really is. 1-1 then on the night. Carlisle 3-2 on aggregate up. In comes the corner, not a good one. Clayton will shift it back out to the left-hand side. What can Kavanagh produce here? Takes a controlling touch. Ball in from Matty Robson, finds Livesey in the area, pokes it round the corner to Scott Dobie, under pressure from Ankrigan. Ankrigan gets it behind, for the goal kick. No, that was unlucky for Scott Davey. Looked like he might just get more there, didn't quite work out for him.
Yeah, I thought he might have then. It was half a chance. I thought he might have been able to get it swivel and get a shot on, but it didn't really land for him. But, this is going to be tough. But these ties ebb and flow from one side to the other, and depending on the goal and who's got the momentum and who needs to push forward. Obviously, Leeds now have got to be a bit more cautious. When there's only one goal in it, they don't want to be leaving too many gaps and giving Carlisle opportunities.
Carlisle looking to come forwards, but Leeds once again pegging them back. Evan Horwood sends it down the line. Scott Dover gives chase up against Naylor. Cushion ball away. Crow completely misses it. It catches out Carlisle. Thirlwell with an intervening tackle, but it's a throw into Leeds in the right back position in their own half. 1-1 then here at Brunton Park on the night. United still a goal up overall, but that all of a sudden looks very vulnerable. If Leeds get a second here, we're all square and we're heading towards penalties.
Yeah, well, that man you mentioned there, Thirlwell, he hardly mentioned his name in the first half. He's been pretty anonymous, and he's going to have a big job to play in bolstering that back four and shoring up the midfield for the rest of this second half.
Ball over the top. Michalik under pressure from Dobie. Clears up towards halfway. Carlisle will win this back through Kavanagh, do they? No. Clayton trying at the second attempt. Gets it up to Kevin Hurst. What can he do? Scoops the ball out to the right hand side for Richard Keogh. Trying to take his man on. Nice little turn. Is he fouled? Once again he's gone down easily and given possession up. McSheffrey coming forwards. Tries the ball through the middle. Great defending play from Hart, but still Leeds coming forwards. Snodgrass looking to get his second. Good tackling in there. Ball cleared away by Carlisle. Richard Keogh needs to get in this game, Tommy Cassidy.
Yes, well, he's a right back, and he's like an outside right there. He give the ball away too cheaply, and it wasn't a foul. And they're again Leeds broke very quickly and very, very dangerous indeed. They've got to be careful, Carlisle. I mean, hey, it stays like this through to Wembley. They just don't want to push forward willy-nilly and leave gaps. Let's be professional here for the next 40 minutes.
Lambert's got to go. Richie Lambert. Who else for Southampton? They now lead Milton Keynes Don 1-0 on the night and 2-0 on aggregate. Foul in there, and Carlisle will get a free kick. The attendance tonight, 9,430. 9,430 the attendance here at Brunton Park. Thank you to Jordan for firing that one over to us. Thorpe, good attendance for the Cumbrians?
Yeah, pretty good, isn't it? Tuesday night games are never traditionally big crowds, but obviously for tonight there was bigger incentive, big club, and one game away from Wembley. So yeah, I mean, the Carlisle people have done well tonight. They've got down here and good numbers, and of course a good travelling support for Leeds.
And many of them, of course, resisting the temptation to just watch this one on TV. I mean, it's not so cold tonight, is it? I've even taken my gloves off, big girls' blouse that I am in the first half, but it's not that cold, and it's nice to see so many of them making their way down here as Carlisle defend at the back with Livesey.
And of course, we've said that the crowd will have a part to play in this game, and they will need to lift Carlisle at times during the second half.
Well, it's 1-0 here in front of them, but they need to remember that it's 3-2 on aggregate. That's what you need to remember as well. 51st minute, Carlisle looking to come forwards. Dobie clobbered, but Leeds will clear through McSheffrey on the edge of the area. Thirlwell, good Good clever header out to Keogh. Looks to play it forwards in search of Kavanagh. Can't get there. Hurst wins it back. Keogh, deep ball into the penalty area. I don't really know what that was, and it wasn't good, and straight back to Anchor again.
What I dare to say, James, that this game is made for the rest of this game is made for Tom Tyrrell. Is it made for him now to come on, just keep it the way it is, hassle them, harry them, make them pass it quickly, get into them, make it difficult for them? I think it's perfect for him.
Tommy, can you see, hang on a second, Becchio putting this ball on here, I'm going to really throw a curveball at you here. Can you see why Tom Tyrrell's not in this Carlisle team at the moment?
No, I can't. I mean,
fifth game out now for him.
Paul Thurwell, people say to me, I haven't seen enough of him, but he's a very good player. You know, I've got to say, what I see, I'll say, and I don't think he has touched the ball more than 5 times tonight. I don't think he touched the ball more than 5 times on Saturday, and I'm just wondering why he's in the side. When he's 100% fit, he may be a great player, but at the moment, I think it's crown out for Tom Tyrrell.
The thoughts there of former Northern Ireland and Newcastle midfielder Tommy Cassidy. Talking about Tom Tyrrell, Kevin Hurst with the ball in search of Keogh on the right, out of play, out of possession. Leeds have it back, they'll come forwards again. United need to take a stranglehold in this game because they have lost it, Jeff Thorpe.
Well, they've lost it. They're not getting overrun or anything, and they've had a fair bit of possession since Leeds equalised, and the Leeds haven't done much since then. So it's back to a bit of a stalemate, and neither team been able to get a hold of the ball for any length of time.
Oh, Richard Keogh's just caught his man there. I don't think it was deliberate. The referee's calling him in. I don't think that needs to be a card. He never saw McSheffrey coming there, just going for the ball. He's got his cards out. It's going to be a booking for Richard Keogh.
Well, he was a bit dangerous, that's what it was. Yeah, it was not intentional, but it doesn't matter. His foot's up and he's caught the lad in a dangerous position, dangerous place on his legs. I don't think he's got many complaints. He's not really complaining much to the referee. The Carlisle players aren't. Yep. I think that's a sensible decision by the ref.
Jeff Thorpe showing you the insight of an ex-pro there. I thought it was a bit harsh, but that just shows the difference between the average fan like myself and the real guys who've seen it all and done it all. They know what the crack is. As Gary McSheffrey is administered a little bit of treatment, does look in just a little bit of pain at the moment. Look at the flags from the Leeds fans on the far side. They're really going for it. They're quite a sight.
This is James. This is when Carlisle need their supporters. It's all right when you're 1-0 up or 2-0 up. Have your supporters now. It's it's on a knife edge at the moment. They need their supporters now to get back at them.
All you can hear is Leeds. Carlisle United need to start turning up the volume at Brunton Park. McSheffrey's up. That's the most noise we've heard in this second half. A boo from the Carlisle fans, but they need volume. Come on, the Carlisle supporters. Howson puts the ball into the penalty area. Kavanagh clears for Carlisle, looking to get back onto it Hurst, but Howson sends it forwards again. This time Keogh will win his header forwards. Howson sends it forwards again. Kavanagh clears this time. Matty Robson onto it for Carlisle. Oh, lovely first touch. Very unlucky in the way there that Crowe got onto the ball. Anchorigan clears up into the Carlisle half. Richard Keogh wins his header well. Good first touch from Kevin Hurst, sends the ball down the line poorly. I don't know why he didn't lay it back to Keogh there. Carlisle making the wrong decisions at the moment, as they did at the start of this second half when they allowed Leeds to equalise on the night. 3-2 though, Carlisle leading still overall, and we're now into the 54th minute on BBC Radio Cumbria. Be very difficult to call which way this was going to go now, gents.
I wouldn't like to call it at all.
Hang on, Scott Dobie on the edge of the area. Lay off in search of Kavanagh. Shot could be there. Onto Kevin Hurst. Hurst takes the shot on, deflects on the edge and goes straight away. McSheffrey will bring it away now with speed for Leeds down the Carlisle right. Carlisle needs to be careful here. McSheffrey looks to take Keogh on. Round the corner, Gradle's offside. I'm not entirely convinced by him, by the way, Tommy.
Oh, he's a good little actor, isn't he? Good little mover. No, Carlisle, Greg has got to get a message on the pitch. He's got to just keep it tight. Remember, we're still a goal up, James. He's got to just say, keep it tight, don't do anything silly. Just keep it nice and tight. Maybe bring Tyrrell on, just sit there, and let Leeds, say to Leeds, you're going to beat us, you've got to come at us. At the moment, a little bit looser game, and I don't think that suits Carlisle.
Carlisle 3-2 up on aggregate, 1-0 tonight on BBC Radio Cumbria. Scott Dobie wins a header square, easily cleared by Naylor. No one's there for United. Dreadful clearance by McSheffrey, goes back towards goal. Dobie onto it for Carlisle, looking to get around the corner of Crowe. He clears for a Carlisle throw-in on the left. That was better from United, and the fans respond.
Well, I said it often needs a bit of play from the home team to spark the fans into life almost.
Paul Thurwell has it. There's his 6th and 7th touches of this game so far. If you're to go along with the school of thinking of Tommy Cassidy. Livesley brings it forwards out to defence. Drilled in search of Dobie wins his flick on to Matty Robson on the left. All played in around the back now for Evan Horde if he can keep it in play. He does. Here comes the cross. Drilled at the near post, turned away by Leeds. Kavanagh picks it up on the edge. Chest control. Flicked over one man. Cleared away by another though. And now McSheffrey can rain forwards again down the Carlisle right. United under a bit of pressure here from Leeds. Once again, that man McSheffrey trying to pull the strings. Ball around the corner. Really poor. Danny Livesey will be able to jockey that for a goal kick. I'll tell you what, he looks good when he flows down the left, but his distribution is dire so far, McSheffrey.
Leeds haven't been particularly impressive on the ball, and there's been several occasions where there's been an easier ball and that. I mean, Snodgrass came over and was showing to Feet the most dangerous player. It was always a difficult ball to thread that in behind. Carlisle had a couple of defenders who were covering Gradle, and he was always going to struggle with it. And whether that's lack of match practice, he hasn't played many first team games as McSheffrey, and I think it showed.
Carlisle on the ball with Kavanagh, out to Kevin Hurst on the right, has support from Richard Keogh, also has Clayton going into space in front of him. Round the corner it goes to Keogh. Keogh cuts it back to Clayton. In the area, could have gone down there. He pokes it past his man and he was looking, I think, for the foul, but in the end his man Michalik pulled his leg out, the Leeds defender, and Carlisle's midfielder did well and stayed on his feet and didn't dive, but he was probably looking for the foul there to get the penalty.
It might have been, yeah. I mean, it was good defending in the end, but that's probably Carlisle's best crisp piece of passing in this second half, where it was one touch, it was nice, and it nearly opened up for them.
Good header from Danny Livesey, winning it over Becchio. Ball around the corner, trying to play in Matty Robson. Good play by Naylor at the back from Leeds. Chest control and then takes his time before clearing. Ian Hart with a big header forwards. Should go out to play, I think, on the far side. No, the Leeds player elected to keep it in play and has done very well out there, Snodgrass. Over the top, the equaliser scorer, of course, for Leeds United. Bit of work now for Evan Horwood. Matty Robson, I think it is, under pressure. Lovely ball up to Kevin Hurst. Kevin Hurst has been risky, but gets it out to Richard Keogh on the right. Kavanagh's in front of him. Plays it on to Kavanagh. Hurst wants it in space. He's going into space in the area, all the way across the face of goal. Turned away Naylor. Keogh on the chest, looking to get past one man. Taken away from him again. Once again, Leeds will clear. Evan Horwood picks it up. Drilled out to the right, and Kavanagh on his right foot. Cleared Leeds. Forwards again, Thirlwell for Carlisle. Up to Clayton on the edge. Shot on goal, taken by Ankrigan. Best chance of the half for Carlisle. 57th minute it was. Decent hit, good passing play from United, but no real threat to the Leeds goal.
Yeah, that man Clayton again in a dangerous area, picking it up, and he likes to shoot from there. Hit it crisp enough, but it was always straight down Ankrigan's throat.
Nice build up there, wasn't there, as Leeds look to come forwards. Gradle has it out to Snodgrass, the goal scorer on the right for Leeds. Carlisle with work to do at the back. Leeds coming forwards, space for Snodgrass, ball in at the back post beyond everyone. Oh dear, it's one of those balls that you just worry that it's going to be on target and it'll just go all the way and in at the back post, but Adam Collin looked like he knew that was going wide all the way.
Well, there's no question he's the danger man, but the way McSheffrey's just not really in the game there, that's a ball made for him, coming in on this left hand side. He sees everything late, but as it was, he was nowhere near it, and he's 2 or 3 yards off the pace, McSheffrey.
The fear is if the Carlisle players start thinking that he'll always be there, and then one time he crops up in the right position, and that's when they'll get caught out, Tommy Cassidy.
Yes, well, he scored goals in the past, hasn't he? But that was a great cross in, but he's 10 yards short of it. But he's got to be careful. They've got to be careful with him because he is a goal scorer. Obviously, Carlisle don't want that to happen tonight.
Matty Robson's in space on the left wing, right to the touchline there. Gets the cross in, back post ball. Ankrigan comes and gathers well. Decent ball in there. Needed somebody attacking in the 6 yard.
That was a brilliant ball in there. I mean, right across the 6 yard box, a magnificent ball in, nobody on the end of it.
Gradle down the left hand side now, similar position for Leeds United, running at Graham Kavanagh. He'll have the turning circles to get around him. He does, onto his left foot. Kavanagh deflects it away, throw in. No, it's going to stay in play. It stayed in play and Carlisle have left him. Now the cross will come in on his right foot. Danger here for Carlisle, headed away. Hart under pressure from Becchio, further away by Horwood. Carlisle looking to defend again. Thirlwell this time hacks it up to halfway. No one there. Leeds head forwards unopposed. Thirlwell this time very poor ball out of midfield. Very poor. Laid off by Leeds. Howson sends it out to the left hand side. Keogh picks it off. Up to Hurst. Wants it back, Keogh. Kavanagh's going to look to play him in over the top. He's got the run now on Lowry. Coming across, Michalik will clear. Very poor. Clayton picks it up for Carlisle. Midway in the Leeds half, right hand side. Looking for the run of Keogh. Puts it around Lowry. Keogh's past him. Then he goes down. Free kick's going to be given, but it's soft. It's soft. He was fouled, but he'd already punted the ball out for what should have been a goal kick, Tommy Cassidy.
Well, there's no way that was a free kick, Jim. That was a dive by Richard Keogh. A good experienced dive.
Thorpe, would you go along with that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the fullback looks distraught there because he'd done a decent bit of defending and had snuffed out the danger, and I think Richard did one of his customary little flops there, didn't he, in his near the penalty area.
Elaborations. I wish. Well, Tommy didn't sit on the fence. Tommy called it what it was. It looked like a bit of a dive. We'll give him some credit though. This is a very similar position to when Ian Hart scored. It's a left-footer's dream, just outside the area. Take a good free kick, but he scored one in the penultimate match of last season against Cheltenham. How we would love one of those tonight. Ian Hart has gone for goal, back post. Ankrigan under it all the way. Good hit, very good hit, but Ankrigan more than a match for it at the back post.
It was, yes. It was good hit, good strike, but right down the goalkeeper's throat. But also, I like someone trying to get in the end of that. Carlisle just from those free kicks don't seem to have anyone making that big effort to try and put the goalkeeper off.
Good hit though, wasn't it? Very nice technique about it. Fizzed it in, but the goalkeeper was more than comfortable for it. Doyle looking to play in McSheffrey, coming forwards now into the penalty area. Oh, around his man and down he goes straight away. Leeds want the penalty, they won't get it. On the ball, Gradle, left hand side of the penalty area, looking for the space to get the cross in. Has the space to get it out to Lowry on his left foot. Crosses in, United with work to do. Livesey gets it stabbed away, but Leeds will come back onto it here. Doby pressurising his man, forces Leeds back to the centre circle though. Good play, Carlisle, but a moment there where McSheffrey went down looking for the penalty, but looking being the operative word in there, Jeff.
Yeah, it was nowhere near a penalty, and then it fell to Gradle, and he must be a frustrating player to play with because he had a great chance to get it in the area. His Leeds players were there, and he just turned inside and out and ended up doing nothing.
Now Hurst bringing it forwards for Carlisle, running up against Lowry. What can he do? Keeps on going to the back post. The ball goes, headed away by Leeds, edge of the area, and now Snodgrass gets it clear. Thirlwell underneath, heads it to Kavanagh. First time ball from Cav on his left peg out to the left hand side, and Matty Robson up to Adam Clayton. Nice neat control from Clayton, trying to work an opportunity. Back down the line he goes, all on the left wing. Matty Robson gets it back, Evan Horwood overlapping. Carlisle get the throw in. At the moment, Carlisle are playing very well, Jeff Thorpe, former United midfielder, but they do need another goal.
Well, no, they're all right at the moment, James. You don't need to. We still go through if it stays like this. And in fact, I think that goal by Leeds has done Carlisle a favour. Because Leeds have, they've done nothing since then, really. And it's given Carlisle a bit of impetus.
Matty Robson caught, lovely footwork, nice play again on that left touchline for Carlisle. It's where all their danger seems to come from, United. There's no criticism of the right hand side, but Horwood and Matty Robson have just forged a relationship that it looks centuries old, doesn't it? It looks like they've been working on that one for decades.
Well, it's a good balance over on that side, isn't it? And yeah, it does look good. And of course, Matty Robson is your out and out attacking winger who'll get at players, he can score goals and he can set them up.
Chance for Ian Hart to drive this one into the penalty area. Can a Carlisle man connect? Can United go further ahead? You're going to find out. You're listening to BBC Radio Cumbria. 63rd minute, 1-1 on the night. United have the advantage overall. Here comes the free kick headed away by Howson. Looking to get it forwards, Thirlwell misses out though on the header. Leeds will look to defend it. At the back, Naylor clears. United under a bit of pressure here. Evan Horwood must get this right, didn't he do well? Came all the way across. United had left themselves just a touch short. Thirlwell was just bypassed, but Leeds still looked to come forward. Thrown straight out of play, never came in play by the Leeds man, and they'll have another chance to do it.
I think that's the biggest cheer now from the Carlisle fans in this second half.
Manchester City 1, Bolton 0. Carlos Tevez penalty in the Premier League. Still 1-0 to Gateshead in that FA Trophy tie on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online. More on that as they get to half time. They're about 10 minutes away, I believe. Out on the well, it's right in the centre actually of the Leeds half. They're looking to come forwards out of the back. Chip forwards from Naylor. Gradle onto it. Chest control. Looks to score. It's really poor. Evan Horwood's let it run though. Now he's put it what will go behind for a corner. No, kept in by Snodgrass on the far side. Poor by Horwood. Should have done better. Now he's facing up Snodgrass. Works it onto his left. Back onto his right. Still looking for the chance to get the cross in on his left. Here it comes. Carlisle under pressure at the back post. Becchio battling in there. Volley from Gradle. Charged down manfully by Carlisle. Kavanagh still there. Volley on goal, taken well by Colin. Doyle with the volley. Carlisle there almost guilty of letting Leeds in. First Horwood, then Kavanagh turned his back on a shot on goal there, and it didn't come, and Carlisle could have been caught out, but the shot from Doyle not quite good enough, Tommy.
Yeah, it wasn't, but good play by Snodgrass. He turned Evan Horwood inside out. It was a magnificent block. I think it was Paul Thirlwell that blocked it. That's a magnificent block. You've got to be careful with Snodgrass on that side. I think Matty Robertson might have to sit a wee bit deeper, take the threat out of Snodgrass, because that's where the main threat's coming from.
Gradle's just gone straight into the book there. He ran into the back of Ian Hart when they were both going for the ball. Then he had a right old stomp and moan at the linesman. The referee didn't even consult his linesman before showing Max Allen Gradle the yellow card. What a fool.
Yeah, he was very disappointed with that. I've got to say, I didn't think there was much in the challenge on Hart. But the referee gave it, and Gradle threw his toys out the pram again, and I think it's been a bit of a luxury for them tonight. He's given them precious little. He's got in good positions, but there's been no end result.
Certainly not as Colin launches it forwards for Carlisle. It'll come straight back though. Leeds head it back, but it's a throw into Carlisle on halfway, left-hand side. 65th minute. 25 to go at Brunton Park, and changes coming for Leeds. Someone's stripping off in front of us. I think it's Bradley Johnson will be coming on, and I wonder if it'll be that man Gradle coming off. Kendall 2, Lancaster 0. Former Kendall manager, of course, Tony Hesketh, the boss at Lancaster, but they're 2-0 down now. Kendall looking to go through in that Unibond Cup match. Header forwards from Kavanagh, edge of the area, Leeds clear, and they'll do again. McSheff, tackle from Kavanagh, almost allows Hurst in. Larry under pressure into the centre of defence, cleared to no one, cleared to absolutely no one there. The pressure was on, and they just got it anywhere.
Now, well, here come the two subs, and it's a good move by Grayson. He had to do something because they've kind of drifted out of the game again and haven't been able to put any pressure. No concerted pressure on the Carlisle goal. They can't even keep the ball for longer than 2 or 3 minutes. So this is a bold substitution. It's something they had to do, and it gives them time to get into the game and to try and influence it.
Bradley Johnson comes on. He'll go into the wide areas, and also coming off is Johnny Howson. Coming on is Neil Kilkenny, more of a holding midfielder. Barrow have got a penalty on BBC Radio Cumbria AM. We'll find out if they score that shortly. Neil Kilkenny then with the goal, with the substitution. He comes on for Leeds United. 2 changes really in the central quarters there. Both central men, Doyle and Howson, go off. So Howson won't score a double that breaks Carlisle hearts again tonight. Thirlwell with a header out to right back. Not a great header there. Puts Keogh under pressure. His clearance is a bit wild. Keogh in the end gets Thirlwell in the end gets a better ball forwards. Now Larry under pressure, hooks it away. Better at the second attempt there from Thirlwell. Some of the quality there that we should expect from him, but the first ball put Keogh under all sorts of pressure.
They did, and they can't afford to be doing that now. They've got to make sure that they deal with it the first time and don't give Leeds a sniff. But for a team of Leeds' quality and size, you'd expect them to have more match winners and players with a bit of flair and ability.
Richard Keogh's giving the ball away again here. Gradle looked like he was offside. Thirlwell in with a good strong tackle there. Carlisle have the ball through Clayton. Have Barrow equalised. 1-1. Jason Walker scored from the penalty spot. Well done to Barrow. Walker with the equaliser in the FA Trophy. Carlisle looking to come forward. Dobie wins his flick on, no one in behind him. Cleared away by Leeds.
I think Carlisle have got to win this game ugly, James. I don't want. If I was Greg Abbott, I don't want him to knock the ball about and do this and do that. Win the game ugly. They're a goal up. You know, I don't know how long to go. No matter what, just win it ugly. Make sure we get to Wembley.
23 minutes. Matty Robson down the left gets the corner. Pretty ugly cross, really. He just drilled it into his man. He was looking for nothing more than the corner there, Matty Robson, and he got what he wanted. And Carlisle, the flags going behind the goal there. And now Ultras Carvetti have started in that white red end tonight. I can't see half as many flags and banners and scarves as we did from the Leeds end a little while ago. But then again, they've been pretty much Ultra fans for years in that sort of respect. Always bring a big following, and it's easier away. I can see a few flags over there waving now. A few scarves, maybe that's the Ultras band. Here comes the corner in for Carlisle, near post, flick on, almost broke to Keogh. Still alive for Matty Robson on the left, headed back into the middle by Dobie, not very well, easily taken. Leeds will clear. Southampton now 2-0 up against MK Dons in the other Johnson's Paint area final, the southern final. Good touch from Gradle out to McSheffrey on the left hand side. Woodard's with the goal for Southampton. Great tackle from Kevin Hurst on McSheffrey. That shows why he's on the right hand side for Carlisle, Jeff Thorpe.
Yeah, terrific play from Hurst. He really sprinted back there, got a great challenge.
Kilkenny puts the ball square onto its Snodgrass on the edge of the area for Leeds, looking to get away from Carlisle here, and he's got the space, gets the cross in, back post under pressure, Becchio, they've scored. Oh, the flag's gone up, it doesn't count. They thought they'd scored at the back post through Crowe. He did that actually at Ellen Road. Crowe got the equaliser there as well. Thought he'd done it tonight. He was offside. It is a tactic of theirs. They put a deep cross in, back post ball across the face of goal, and Crowe, the right back, pops up. He did it last time Carlisle played Leeds United. Well, he did it at Ellen Road. No, it was the last match, wasn't it? In the first leg, that's the man who popped up with the equaliser. Tonight, it doesn't count. Thank heavens.
Thank heavens, yeah, and I think he did get that right. Crowe did seem to be in an offside position when he headed that, but there can't have been an awful lot in it because there was a lot of Carlisle players back trying to defend it. And, that was Snodgrass again down that right-hand side. Anything good that they've done has generally come through Snodgrass. And they've got to get him the ball more if they want to get back in the game. Carlisle they've got to get men back and try and snuff out the danger. He gets crosses in on his right foot, on his left foot. Difficult player to mark.
Bristol Rovers 0, Walsall 1 in League One. The only goal in League One tonight. Swindon, Oldham, Brighton, Huddersfield, Gillingham, Tranmere all goalless. Ball up to the Carlisle penalty area. Headed away Livesey. Picked up on the left-hand side by Lowry. Chance maybe for Kilkenny to shoot. Clayton gets in the tackle. Looking to get the second tackle in as well. Can't. Headed away by Livesey in the Carlisle penalty area as Leeds look to come forward. Good hook clearance over his shoulder and a throw from a Hurst and a throw to Leeds on halfway as they'll look to attack again.
It's easy to say this, James, but I think there's got to be some cool heads as well. I know it's easy to say up here in the press box. There's got to be some cool heads out there just to kill the game off. As I said before, I use the word ugly.
Talk about cool heads. Richard Keogh's just slipped going for the ball. There's a cool head from Livesey to get it clear. Two former players in the box with me tonight, Jeff Thorpe and Tommy Cassidy, as Ian Hart clears away. How difficult is it to keep a cool head in this sort of situation?
Well, it's very tough, yeah, but you've got to make the right decisions. That's what it's about. Football is about making the right decisions at the right time, and you've got to try not to get carried away with the situation and with the emotions, and try to play as you have done, throughout your career, and make good decisions.
Gary Medine and Tom Taiwo, I think, are soon to be introduced here at Brunton Park. Leeds looking to come forwards. Long one over the top. Ian Hart jumps to win the header. Breaks to Snodgrass. Or Crow is it on the right hand side. Ball into the back post. Goes. Oh, Colin gathers it under the bar. That might just have gone in, That cross might just have gone in. Colin took it ever so well at full stretch. He must have caught that one with his fingernails.
I was looking for a moment. I thought, Adam, is he going to get to it? But he did terrifically well and just plucked that one out the air, and to a big relief from everybody around the ground.
Certainly was. Hurst has it on the right hand side for Carlisle, running at Lowry. What can he get here? Kevin Hurst trying to take it down to the byline. Can he force the corner? Scoops it round the corner for Richard Keogh. Deep cross into the back post. Matty Robson's there, lays it down to Clayton in the penalty area, looking to get around his man. And he's just barged into Crow, and it was either a free kick or a corner, but the referee's given a goal kick. It's quite funny, that, actually. Just ran into him at full steam and just hammered Crow over, and the change is close for Carlisle. The fourth official's now down with the United bench. It looks like Taiwo will come on. Tommy Cassidy's been calling for it for 10 minutes. Looks like it'll happen. Ball over the top. Ian Hart defending against Gradle. Gradle making a nuisance of himself, actually started to emerge in this game more after a poor start for Leeds. Poor clearance from Crow at right back. Now Kevin Hurst might get onto this for Carlisle. Is he caught? Surely he's caught there. I can't believe the Carlisle player hasn't got the free kick. Over the top. Good touch from Keogh. Gets it in by the 1-2 to Kavanagh. Gets it back. Looking for Hurst to go down the right hand side. Puts it over the top, looking for Kevin Hurst. Going into the area. First touch isn't good enough. Might get it to the second. Wriggles one way. Shot on the left. It's in! It's in! Brilliant from Kevin Hurst. Absolutely outstanding play from Kevin Hurst. Means it's 2-1 to Carlisle United and 4-2 on aggregate. 72nd minute on BBC Radio Cumbria. Played in by Keogh, made a meal of trying to get it under control, but when he did, the finish was sublime on his left foot, and Carlisle United have a huge foot on the hallowed turf of the home of English football. They lead 2-1 against Leeds United here, 4-2 on aggregate, and there's only just over 15 minutes to play at Brunton Park.
Great finish. He gave the keeper no chance with that, but absolutely horrendous defending. What was he playing at? He'd swung a leg at it and the ball went 2 yards, fell right to Kevin Hurst. Still had a little bit to do, got an extra yard, got it onto his left foot, and from about 8-9 yards out just bent it round the keeper and in, and surely this should see Carlisle through this game and up to Wembley.
We hope so. Tommy, we talk about composure as well. We talk about the value of Kevin Hurst. Not every football fan perhaps sees that. Hopefully it's just been underlined there on BBC Radio Cumbria.
First of all, he's all right foot, and yet he took that brilliant on his left foot. Composure again, that's why he's in the team, James. He's in the team for that reason. Good technique, great finish. Tom Taiwo's on now. I don't want to tempt fate, but I just can't see Carlisle throwing this away now.
Tom Taiwo's on. I think it's Kavanagh who's come off, just looking around there. We didn't really see what happened there. Gary Medine's not on yet. Carlisle clear. Heavily up and over the top. So one change. I think it's Kavanagh who's come off. Yeah, he's in front of us. Kavanagh for Taiwo. Good progressive change that for Carlisle, Thorpe.
Yeah, I think that was the right move. You've got some youthful legs on there who are going to be up for the battle now and hopefully keep this Leeds team at bay.
I was having a swig of coffee there, Thorpe. I'd love you to have carried on. Feel free.
It must be cold by now, that, surely.
Oh, it's still warm enough. Kendal 3-0, they're now leading against Lancaster. They look like they're through into the semi-final of the Unibond Cup. Don't forget, Workington Red still leads Stalybridge by a goal to nil. 1-1, Barrow at Gateshead. All those games on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online. We'll be getting you the scores as well from Penrith, Guildford and Whitehaven's match just as soon as we get them at half-time in those games. Tommy?
I'm not taking anything credit away from Carlisle at all, but I think Leeds have been very poor tonight.
There you go.
I do honestly. I'm just looking at them, in the top two of the league. I expected more from them. They've had a bad 4 or 5 weeks since the Man United result. They've just gone downhill from there, and just taking nothing away from Carlisle, because Carlisle have done battle and done very well. But Leeds have shown no threat in my book.
In 8 games since, I think Leeds have just earned a very lucky corner there, just took a deflection and went out really innocuously there. In 8 games since that victory at Manchester United, they've won 1, drawn 3, lost 4, Tommy. I mean, you can see it.
You can see that. There's no confidence in the side, there's no balance in the side. They're going through a very bad period, and I hope it continues tonight.
Who'd have thought this? Hang on, ball into the near post from Leeds. All hooked over his own bar there by Thirlwell. I think that was a bit of a shinner there, up and over the bar. Could have gone anywhere. Corner, the best Carlisle, I suppose, could hope for.
Yes, and it's win ugly. Just kick it anywhere. Get it out of your box. Get it out of the danger area. Get it in their half. Keep the ball in their half.
Well, at the moment it's in the Carlisle half and it's going into the penalty area from the corner. Needs headed away. It is massive header away from Danny Livesey. That is enormous. Well out, midway inside now, the Carlisle half on the right. Barrow are 2-1 up. Barrow are 2-1 up at Gateshead in the FA Trophy replay for a place in the quarter-finals. Well done the Bluebirds. That one on AM and online. We'll hear more of that later on tonight on BBC Radio Cumbria FM, where we're all our attention with Carlisle United. Clayton looking to get the ball away. Hurst lifts it forwards as Carlisle look to pressurise Leeds again. 2 goals behind. They'll need to score 3 more times to get past Carlisle in the final 14 minutes now on BBC Radio Cumbria.
Just look at the energy the Carlisle players are putting into the game now. That goal has just lifted them immensely.
Oh, a lot of space for Gradle now on the right hand side. What ball can he put in? Right across the face. Colin got a touch onto it, onto the Leeds attacker. I think it was McSheffrey, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. All things just a bit going for Carlisle at the moment. Can they hope to continue riding their luck like this?
No, they can. I think they've probably it's about a 50-50 the second half. They've got the goal that I think is a crucial goal. I just think Tom Tywell, he'll get himself around. Don't let Leeds settle on the ball, and they're through to Wembley.
They certainly are. It's not looking too bad for Carlisle at the moment. Gary Medine does look like he's getting closer. He's stripped off. A moment there for some of the female fans in front of us here at Brunton Park. Stripped off, showing one of those lithe footballers' bodies. Jeff Thorpe still looks like that, I'm sure. Tommy, I'm saying nothing. Gradle brings it forwards to McSheffrey on the left-hand side. Bit of pressure here for Carlisle. Cuts it inside, Richard Keogh. McSheffrey to the back post, away from everyone. Will it go for a throw-in on the far side? Yes, it will. Well, good play from McSheffrey there. That's more the fault of his forwards for not being in position, Jeff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure his forwards will say we wanted it played in first time when you had the chance, because they've made that movement. As soon as he cuts back, it gets a little bit harder for them because they've got to pull out. But yeah, you'd think somebody would be bursting a gut to get on the end of there, and there was nobody on it. It was a dangerous ball right across the area.
Oh, Kevin Hurst looking to get a tackle in there that would have got Carlisle away. Ian Hart with a big clearance over the top. Scott Dobie, one of his last acts, I would have thought, before he'll go off for Gary Medine. Looks to spring an attack for Carlisle. Matty Robson's won it back off Kilkenny. Fouled all the way, gets the throw in. Tommy Cassidy, excellent play once again out there on the far side from Matty Robson.
Well, the lad's grown up. I think this season, when he first came in, I said he was a young kid. You said he was 24-year-old, which he is. But he's matured, I think, over the last 12 months. This season, for me, he's been Carlisle's best player. Threat going forward, works so hard getting back and defending. Clever, gets corner kicks, gets free kicks. You know, he's learning the game, and he's done it very quickly. As I said before in the first half, you know, and at the end of this season, if he continues playing the way he's playing, I think other clubs will be looking at him at a higher level.
Swindon have taken the lead at home to Oldham in League One, and Fulham are ahead against Burnley in the Premier League. I won't get the goal scorers right now because I'm busy watching this game here at Brunton Park, where Carlisle lead 2-1, 4-2 up on aggregate. Strong tackle there from Michelek. Good play actually from the Leeds defender. What's the referee given? I think he's given the foul against the Carlisle man. Yeah, I thought he had. Good play actually from the defender there. He looked quite ragged for the first time he looked to get on the ball, Thorpe, but to be quite honest, it was good. It was good play from Michelek.
He did well. It was just a long leg that he stuck out, didn't he? And he managed to take it away from Dobie. The crowd thought it was a free kick, but it wasn't. And then Clayton ran in pretty recklessly.
Scott Dobie's coming off for Carlisle. Good shift from him. On will come Gary Medine. What can he show from that experience at championship level? He looked very tasty in that first half against Leyton Orient, playing alongside Johan Yinsar. Tonight, he has no partner. He's up there on his own, and he's got the last 10-11 minutes on BBC Radio Cumbria. I wonder what he can do against Leeds United here.
Well, his first job's to do a defensive job, because he's gone back in there to provide some defensive cover, a bit of height, a bit of aerial prowess.
They're taking a defender off and bringing on a striker at Leeds. Mike Grella coming on. I always say that. Mike Grella on for Leeds then. He's another striker. They probably will go 3-4-3 here, maybe even more. They need to score goals. They need 2 just to force penalties. Yeah, and they've got 10 minutes.
I hate to say it, but you can't really see it happening. I mean, for a team like Tommy says that are up there in the top 2, they haven't shown me an awful lot.
Ball up to the edge of the area. Carlisle will look to get it away. Breaks on the left to McSheffrey. He'll look to drive it in to the back post. Men in there, headed towards goal. Might still break to Crow. Scores. He scored. It's a very good finish. And Crow ghosting into the back post has scored again. And once again, United just have a 1-goal lead. And I have to say, it wasn't great defending again. He's already had one ruled out at the back post. He's already had what could have been a goal ruled out. And once again, they've not watched him coming. And you have to look at Carlisle's left-hand side there. And Leeds are right back in this game. 2-2 on the night. That goal coming in the 80th minute. Unfortunately, that makes it 4-3 now. Carlisle just 1 goal ahead and 10 to play. Leeds have reopened this encounter.
Well, we know that Carlisle give the opposition chances. We know that they let them back in the game, or at least that's the history of doing it this year.
Ooh, chance to cross in from the right-hand side, looking for Hurst. Poor clearance in there by Michelet. Carlisle should get the corner. Medine did well there. Gets to the corner for Carlisle. Can they hit straight back? Pressure once again on Greg Abbott's side. He won't believe that they've conceded a soft goal like that. Good finish though by Crow, you have to say.
Well, I think he probably will believe it, because we've done it all season. So he'll just be disappointed that we've done it again. And every time we get our noses ahead and look comfortable, we seem to always end up conceding sloppy goals and giving the other team a chance.
Certainly do. Corner for Carlisle. Matty Robson will take it into the penalty spot. Breaks in the area. Foul given. Foul given, and it's a chance for Leeds to clear. So we have 9 minutes plus stoppages to go at Brunton Park. Welcome to our listeners on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online this evening. Barrow 2-1 up in their match at Gateshead in the FA Trophy. Great effort by them. You can rejoin Matt and the team at the International Stadium just as soon as half-time's up. Also Workington Reds, last I heard, 1 goal up in their match. Kendall doing very well themselves, 3-0 up against Lancaster, getting you to Penrith, Whitehaven and Guildford scores as well shortly at half-time in those matches. Here, we're into the 82nd minute on BBC Radio Cumbria. Carlisle United 2-2 on the night with Leeds United. Twice they've led, twice Leeds have got level. Offside given against Leeds here. United from the first leg still leading though, 4-3 on aggregate, but it is nip and tuck now, Jeff Thorpe.
Well, they've got to take every opportunity to kill this game off and slow it down and get it into the corners. And I know it's boring, but who cares at this point? You've got to do that. You've got to be clever, and you've got to play the last 10 minutes in a different kind of style. And they've got to stop any momentum that Leeds can build up, and every little free kick they get helps.
If I'm just looking down the Leeds fixtures, so many late goals for them. Carlisle have to be on the metal tonight to stop Leeds getting this one square. Kevin Hurst on the right wing for Carlisle gets the throw in for United. I'm just looking, 90th minute Beckford against Tottenham, 90th minute Beckford, 87th minute Bromby, 77th minute, so many late goals for them. United have 7.5 minutes plus stoppages. Keir with the ball into Medine in the area, takes it around his man. United pick it up again on the edge of the Leeds area. Keir's let his man away, but he gets it back. Good work there from Tom Taiwo to Kevin Hurst on the right wing. Keep it in the corner, lad, and he does. Holding it away from his man, gets the ball into the near post. Medine with the step over. And it breaks to a Leeds man and they'll clear. Could have gone anywhere, that. Good play as well from Bradley Johnson on the left. McSheffrey brings it forwards now for Leeds into the centre of the park. Goes further central. Kilkenny drives it in search of Johnson now. Clayton picks it up for Carlisle. Out to the left-hand side it goes to Matty Robson. That'll slow things down. He comes forwards, not exactly careering down that wing, just looking to draw maybe the tackle from Jason Crow. Then he'll try and take him on. That's what he's going to try and do. Ball into the near post. Gary Medine, first touch is poor, and Leeds should get it clear. But Matty Robson picks it up again. Poor from Leeds. What can Carlisle's left winger do? Has Paul Thirlwell. Is he caught or does he just slip? Ball still in Matty Robson's legs. Now with Clayton on the far side, gets the throw in. Good from Carlisle, just what they need. 84th minute on BBC Radio Cumbria. United ahead in a photo finish here, but Leeds United, the masters of late goals.
They are,
second
James,
in League One.
The only master of late goals another team gives them. I think Carlisle stay up there, Leeds can't score a goal. It's as simple as that.
And it is simple. Lovely play from Evan Horwood, going into the penalty area, left-hand side, cuts it back. All that good play, and he wastes it with a poor ball. Thirlwell tidies up, Matty Robson down the line, looks like an offside. It isn't, and it's more good play from Evan Horwood, looking to get it across the face of goal. Turned away by the defender. Leeds keep it alive in their penalty area and clear. Could have gone anywhere there. Good play from Evan Horwood, twice on the trot, but Leeds will now break. Down Carlisle's right. United have work to do at the back here. McSheffrey bringing it forwards for the visitors. 2-2 on the night. United ahead on aggregate. Bringing it forwards. Snodgrass into the penalty area. Collins dropped it, but gathers at the second attempt. Oh dear, heart in mouth there. Colin, it slipped through his grasp, but as he turned, it popped back up into his hands. And he will breathe a sigh of relief, along with 10,000 fans here at Brunton Park tonight.
I think he meant it, James.
What, for the drama of the TV cameras?
Must be the drama, yeah.
Ball up to Medine, can't gather on the edge of the Leeds penalty area, but he's pegged them back. They'll try and play their way out with McSheffrey down the left-hand side. Pokes it over the top. Becchio won't get there, headed away by Livesey. Leeds have a throw-in just inside the Carlisle half on the left. Really dramatic stuff, as we promised you on BBC Radio Cumbria. What's the referee drawing the attention for? Yeah, he's saying take it back further, and Leeds have, and they're throwing it back into their own half. Slovakian international Michalik has it, out to Crow on the right-hand side. Driven forwards, Carlisle must defend again. Becchio jumps, Livesey wins the header. Taiwo gets it further on. Clayton can maybe set Carlisle away here. Oh, no one in front of him. No one in front of him. And in the end, he has to just take his time before feeding it to Taiwo. Down the line he goes in search of Medine, up against Michalik. Michalik just dives in there. Well, I thought that was a foul, Tommy.
No, but I thought Gary Medine's got to hold the ball up. He's got to do better than that. You know, the last 5-10 minutes of the game, it goes into his feet, and that's where he's got to be strong and brave and hold the ball up. He didn't do it.
86th minute, Leeds come forwards again. Becchio wins the header, but only to Horwood, the Carlisle left back. He swipes it up and over the top. Medine gives chase up against Crow. Crow with the header, does well, gets it in field. Kilkenny lays it off for Leeds, over to Lowry, the left back. They'll look to come forwards. Kevin Hurst has sold himself, and he knows now that he has to track back, and he does. Gets behind the ball, but McSheffrey's bringing it forwards. Taiwo goes to him. Taiwo tackles. What else does Taiwo do? Gets it back on the return from Clayton as well. What can Tom Taiwo do? Needs the ball down the right wing. Always lost it. He's unfortunate there. Bradley Johnson brings it forwards for Leeds. Ball around the corner looking for Becchio. Left hand side of the penalty area as Leeds attack. Carlisle with work to do at the back. Here comes the cross in. Men in there. Oh, it's a goal. It's a goal for Leeds, and it's Mike Grella. Oh, it's heartache for Carlisle. 86th minute. Mike Grella has squared it on aggregate, and it's poor play again from Carlisle. All too easily opened up by Leeds, who lead 3-2 now in the 86th minutes, and it's 4-4 on aggregate, and Carlisle are throwing this away late on.
I'm looking at Jeff Thorpe, and you don't look surprised, Jeff, because he's seen home games this season where Carlisle have been goals up and they've given goals away. Tom Taiwo gave the ball away in the halfway line, silly. He had no one to hit, but he should just have knocked it in the corner. He gave it away, 2 or 3 passes, great cross in by the way, and a great header. You know, it's a bad play again by Carlisle.
Oh dear, they are contriving to throw it away, don't they always? Isn't it just the drama of being a Carlisle United fan? 87th minute now, and at the moment Leeds, you would say, are in the driving seat. Carlisle looking shaky at the back. Gradle trying to bring it forward, scoops it on in search of Grella. United head it anywhere and away. Gradle tries to win it for Leeds. Taiwo wins it back up to Clayton. He's caught late. Medine plays it in. Matty Robson with a bit of space down the left, running at Michalik, driving into the penalty area, past one man, then the other, keeps on going. On the edge is on the edge was Medine, and he just didn't pick him out. He didn't look up, and Leeds can clear over to the right hand side, and they'll clear now over the top. Oh, he could have done better there, much better, Robson. United still have it on the left with Horwood. They'll look to play it down the line to Matty Robson. What can Matty Robson provide this time? Strong tackling back from Snodgrass, and I think it's a throw in by the corner flag. Instructions being passed around in front of us by the Leeds substitutes bench on the far side. I think it's actually a corner. Adam Clayton gets the sponsors man of the match here. At the moment, nobody deserves it, because Carlisle United are 3-2 down, 4-4 in aggregate. What drama on BBC Radio Cumbria. Can they rescue this before it's the dreaded penalty shootout? Ian Hart trying to get onto the corner at the near post. Cleared away by Leeds though. Grella tries to get it under control. He'll look to get it past Horwood. Horwood's done well. Battles and wins it back. Matty Robson picks it up on the left. Further it goes on to Horwood. Oh, it's not a good ball forwards, and it's going straight into the White Road end. Goal kick to Leeds. 89th minute. 89th minute. Dear me, what a night again. Being a Carlisle United fan is not good for one's cholesterol.
Well, we hoped, didn't we, and we thought that they might have done enough to get through, but I suppose all Carlisle United fans will know during this last couple of seasons, but you can never really rely on them to keep it tight when they need to.
Snodgrass coming forwards here against Carlisle. He's getting into space, tries the 1-2 with Grella. Grella on the right, past Thirlwell, cuts it back on goal, palmed away by Colin and forced away further by Thirlwell. Come forwards again, it will though, with Bradley Johnson round the corner, picks out Becchio on the left of the penalty area. Danger again for Carlisle. McSheffrey down the line, can't get onto it. Livesey clears it away, but it's another poor clearance. Now Gradle's going through on the left, and he's fouled, and he gets the free kick.
Tell you,
what are Carlisle United doing now?
Well, the ref's done us a huge favour there, because Gradle was he was running into the penalty area after that, and to have played an advantage, Carlisle would have been really struggling because 2 or 3 defenders were out of the game, so he's helped us.
80th and 86th minute, Leeds have gone from 2-1 down on the night to 3-2 up, all square on aggregate now at Brunton Park. And now with this Gradle free kick, they have a chance to put it into the area. 90th minute, Gradle to the back post. Oh, it's punched by Colin and away. It'll be a throw-in on the far side. Clocking down towards penalties on BBC Radio Cumbria. All square, Leeds pressuring with all their might. Carlisle cannot get out of their own penalty area, let alone half. Towards the edge, Taiwo with a head. Gradle missed control. Clayton tripped, surely free kick to Carlisle. Centre mass in the middle of their half. Chance to ease the pressure. Oh dear.
Great punch by Adam Collin there, because I think both Tommy and I were thinking somebody's coming into the far post and knob this in, and he just took off, didn't he, Colin, and got a great punch on that, sent it out the danger area. And Leeds had nobody back, by the way.
5 minutes of time added on. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Tommy Cassidy.
Yes, does Greg Abbott want 5 minutes, do you think, or does he rather go into penalties the way things are going? Because Leeds have taken over the game the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't want
5. I don't want 5 either, to be honest with you, because I think probably Greg would take the penalty kicks now, because, as I say, the last 15 minutes, Leeds have come right into the game, scored a couple of goals. Carlisle's heads are down a wee bit. Maybe a bit better go to penalties. What I will say, people are watching on television tonight. This is League One, lots of excitement.
Very exciting. 0845 305 1122. Don't forget, you can join his post-match, come rain or shine. Hopefully it's shine for Carlisle as McSheffrey looks to bring it forwards. Taiwo closes him down, but still he drives all the way across the heart of midfield into Crow on the right hand side, gets it back on the return ball. Thirlwell in with a tackle. Hasn't he done well? Well, for me it should have been either a Leeds throw-in or a free kick to Carlisle, but it's a Carlisle throw-in. One of those cop-out situations there from the officials.
Well, Leeds have come alive, James, haven't they? McSheffrey's come alive there. They look very energetic now. Carlisle have got a hold out now.
Into the second minute of time added on. Thirlwell pumps it up and over the top, giving chase down that left-hand side. Clayton putting the pressure on Michalik, who doesn't want to take any chances and just hammers it into the Story home stand. Right on the edge of the Leeds penalty area. Oh, if Carlisle could score now, that would surely be it.
Well, you've got the drama you wanted, James. Drama.
Don't know about this. I don't know about this. I'm a bit of a drama queen, but still, I'm not sure anyone wanted this. Ball up to the edge of the area. Medine just doesn't gather it. Thinks he's fouled. Not fouled. And Leeds will come away again down the left-hand side. McSheffrey has Gradle in front of him. Plays in Max Allen Gradle now. First time ball inside to Bradley Johnson. Coming forwards now. Shot on goal. Scooped away by Colin. Did the best he could. It bounced just in front of him and he turns it away. Could have been awkward. Handled that well.
James, that was a good save. People won't say it was a good save. People say should have. If he had knocked that forward, the Leeds were on it. That was a very good save indeed.
Bounced right in front of him, didn't it? 92nd minute, that one coming in. 92, good save, but what will it lead to? It's a Leeds corner. Here it comes. Near post ball. Thirlwell volleys it cleanly away. Thrown to Leeds midway inside the Carlisle half on the right. And Matty Robson comes back. Dear me.
Well, that's what the Leeds manager must be thinking. 93rd minute, we had a corner in like that.
Yeah, it wasn't very good, was it? Halfway, Leeds looking to come forwards. Carlisle have everyone behind the ball. I think they're playing for penalties now, United. Up to Bradley Johnson trying to come forwards for Leeds. Livesey will clear inside the area. Mud flies off his boot as he blasts that one forwards. Good first touch in there and away down the line by Leeds. Lowry, the man onto it. Grella looking to win his header. Does win his header, but it goes for a throw into Carlisle. Bit of a nudge in the back there. It looked a bit like it, Jeff Thorpe.
Well, it looked a bit like it, but the ref hasn't seen it, and that's the important thing.
93rd minute now on BBC Radio.
Where are they going? Where are they all going?
Fans are leaving.
Hey,
I tell you what.
What's going on?
I tell you what. Dear me, Gary Medine flicks it on down the line. Lowry will go back to his goalkeeper here. Bit of pressure on. Clayton closes him down. Swiped away by Ankergren. Should go for a throw-in on halfway. No, it doesn't. Good touch in there by Grella in the end. And Leeds get a free kick right on halfway. Kevin Hurst standing in the way. Needs to get out the way or he'll get booked here. In the end, it looks like Bradley Johnson will take it. He's had an effect since coming on.
This is last chance, but listen, Leeds is sending nearly. Well, no, not everybody forward. But
94th minute on BBC Radio Cumbria. 90 seconds to go of the time added on. Heart is thumping here as it's picked up in midfield. Leeds coming forwards with Kilkenny pumped around the corner. Space on the left hand side for McSheffrey to get the cross in. Back post cross. There's a Leeds man there flicked away. Now Matty Robson can get away. Clayton's in space on the right hand side. Matty Robson driving on himself. Oh, his touch is poor and Leeds get it back. He's not had his best game at times tonight, Matty Robson. Grella bringing it forwards for Leeds now, having a go. Thirlwell hacks at him, can't stop him. Still he comes to Becchio on the edge of the area. Thirlwell hacks at him, can't stop him either. Gradle bringing it forwards for Leeds. Gradle skips inside Tom Taiwo, looking for maybe the shot, takes a shot, going to be a goal kick. And we're into the final minute of time added on. When this is taken, there'll be 20-30 seconds of play left.
Well, Gradle did us a favour there as well, because there you go, ref's blown it, and Gradle and his teammates,
are having fisticuffs here in front of us. The referee separates them. Do they have to go? Kilkenny and Gradle. Now Crow's got his arms around Gradle and is talking to him. What will the referee do with this? Kilkenny and Gradle seem to throw punches at each other there.
Well, it was Gradle. Kilkenny was fuming with him for wasting that effort, really. They had players on, they were attacking. Carlisle were on the back foot, and he just took a woeful shot from 25, 30 yards out, and Kilkenny told him what he thought of him. Gradle wasn't happy about it. They had a set two, pushed each other, and that's it. The ref's done a good job there. You don't need to send players off for that.
Might have been their two best takers in the penalty shootout. I'd have been happy to see them go.
Well, I'd have been happy to see Gradle take a penalty the game he's had.
Yeah, maybe so.
Probably slotted in.
Right, we're into the 96 minutes of this game now on BBC Radio Cumbria. 96 minutes. I think we've still got our AM audience. Don't forget Barrow at Gateshead coming up shortly. We'll be going back to Matt and that one in the second half very soon. Leeds coming forwards. The referee blows time. Full time. And Carlisle have wasted twice in this game a 2-goal advantage. Twice they've wasted it, and it means that we go to spot kicks here. It's the lottery of the penalty shootout on BBC Radio Cumbria. I would say, can you believe it? But as Jeff Thorpe and Tommy Cassidy pointed out, yes you can.
Well, we've just seen it so many times before, haven't we? Carlisle getting a decent lead but getting pegged back. We've got to give credit to Leeds because they did well. They kept plugging forward and they made some good opportunities. But, you know, they've been by no means the better team tonight. It's been, I would say, pretty evenly contested. Carlisle haven't created an awful lot of chances and Leeds didn't. But obviously as the game went on, Leeds got more desperate, pushed more men forward. They got the rewards. Yes, it was poor defending at times. And it's just typical of Carlisle United, isn't it, to take us right down to the wire for this and down to penalty kicks. And I did see there Greg Abbott trying to get Peter Murphy hurried up to get on. But he hasn't been able to do it, obviously, because they blew the whistle. But I was just thinking, who's he trying to get on? I saw Murphy and they thought, a cool head, can he slot a penalty in? But he's thinking he was a bit too late.
The Leeds players are in a gaggle, the Carlisle players are in a huddle, all in a ring, clapping, applauding each other out there. Perhaps not their best night's work out there, in all fairness. They have surrendered what was a decent position twice. I mean, they were 3-1 up and then 4-2 up, and they've let Leeds back in, Tommy Cassidy.
Well, you know,
what will the managers respectively be saying out there?
Well, players are standing outside. They've obviously decided who's going to take the penalties. They've probably decided that this morning or yesterday who's going to take the penalty kicks. It's all right doing it on a practice ground, but now they've got in front of 9,000 people, maybe one kick away from playing at Wembley. They'll never get another chance maybe of playing at Wembley, some of these players. So they're one kick maybe away from playing at Wembley. So Greg has got to look at them. I think, you know, you get 5 penalty takers right yesterday, but 1 or 2 tonight might be thinking, hold on, I've got a bad ground because I don't fancy taking this one. It's all right taking the practice ground, but see, taking in front of 9,000 people, different matter altogether. Bit of nerve. You know, you've got to have the manager's got to look you in the eye and say, do you want to take it? And I hope Carlisle have got five big brave guys.
In the Northern League Cup third round, Penrith 3, Stokesley 1, James Earl, Craig Wilson and Dan Robinson. Team Northumbria 0, Whitehaven 0. Can't get you a Whitley Bay Guildford score at the moment. We can't get hold of our man watching that one. Getting closer to the penalties. Big moments. Casper Ankrugen, flamboyant, erratic, eccentric, but a good shot stopper against Adam Collin. Solid, resilient, young. Which way? One of them will be a hero tonight, you suspect?
Yeah, they will, and we know it comes down to, well, people say a lottery, but you need a cool head still to go up there and do that, like Tommy said. But you know, it's interesting that you can decide on the penalties beforehand, but when it comes to the crunch, some people duck out, or some people are tired, or some people don't feel up to it. I don't know whether Tommy'd ever experienced anything like that as a manager. He's nodding his head, and so you can't always rely on the players you'd banked on who want to take a penalty, and that's the thing. Just exactly what Tommy said, the players have got to want to do it, and it might not necessarily be the 5 you decided beforehand.
Yes, I've been in a situation before in Newcastle United when Terry Hibbert, God bless him, the day before the game was knocking penalties in the top corner, bottom corner, and we played, I think it was Burnley in the Anglo something Cup final. It was actually the first leg of the final, and it was 10 minutes to go, and we got a penalty kick, and I looked at Terry was supposed to take it, and he well, I used the word bottle in inverted commas. He said he had a bad knee or something, and somebody else had to take it. Luckily, we scored the goal. But it's all about, it's not about skill or ability now. It's about cool heads. And remember, as I said, they're only maybe 5 minutes away from a Wembley appearance, which is magnificent. Let's keep our fingers crossed here.
Thoughts of former Northern Ireland midfielder Tommy Cassidy, and also Jeff Thorpe alongside me, former Carlisle midfielder, both stars in their day, both stars now as part of our commentary team on BBC Radio Cumbria. Gateshead 2, Barrow 2, the latest in the FA Trophy replay. It looks like the penalties will be taken in front of the Warwick Road end. That's where it ought to be. Massive partisan Carlisle support, the Leeds fans miles away, and it looks like Adam Collin will be first between the sticks. Leeds to kick off. As a fan, you'd say that's the way you wanted. You want to know what you're up against each time, Jeff.
But yeah, definitely, it'll be good for the fans behind the Warwick Road end. I don't know. I don't exactly know why who decides that. I presume it's the ref.
I think it's on the toss.
Right, it must be, because you'd think in the interest of fairness you'd do it at that end, but we know football isn't fair. You're at Carlisle United's ground to do it in front of our end.
In fact, Leeds are going to receive first. Anchorgan will be in goal, and Ian Hart is the first penalty taker. Hart then for Carlisle United to give them a 1-goal lead.
What a moment, the ex-Leeds man going up.
Ex-Leeds against his former team. All square on aggregate in the Johnston's paint. Here comes Ian Hart against Anchorgan. Steps up, drills it in. United have the advantage. They are 1 up. The first penalty taker for Leeds is Bradley Johnson. Bradley Johnson to take his penalty.
Yeah, well,
listen to what the United fans are making of this.
Well, Ian Hart's done his job, hasn't he? And that's what you want, to get off to a good start. Probably one of your most experienced players. He's done it on bigger stages than this, and he's done his job.
I seen Adam Collin on our playoffs a few years back at Wigginton. Playoff against Farsi Celtic, made 3 great saves and penalties. Let's see what he could do now.
Here comes Bradley Johnson. Carlisle 1 up after the first spot kick. Johnson for Leeds. Adam Collin looks big in front of the Carlisle fans at the Warwick Road end. This penalty shootout for a place at Wembley. The ref blows his whistle. Johnson steps up. Collin saves! Collin saves for Carlisle. It was a brilliant save. Full stretch, one-handed around the post. Johnson looks dejected. The Carlisle fans in delirium. They have the early advantage in the shootout.
Well, what did I say? I remember that night vividly. He made 3 brilliant saves, and they went straight at him. That was a magnificent save, that was. Magnificent save.
Kevin Hurst, arguably the best technical player at Carlisle United. Arguably, scored a great goal already tonight. He's Carlisle's second penalty taker. This to put them 2-0 up in this shootout. Anchorgan takes his place in between the sticks. The referee surveying the scene. Whistle goes to the lips. Kevin Hurst steps up for Carlisle. Bottom corner. Absolute belter from Kevin Hurst. Right in the corner. Never a doubt. Very confidently put away by Kevin Hurst.
What a penalty. We can actually see the replay there, and I think it went did it go under Anchorgan? Anchorgan certainly looked like he'd got a hand to it, but that first save by Collin was superb, and I actually think the ball might have even been going wide, but he still got to it. That's how far across his goal was. He was taking no chances.
Robert Snodgrass next up for Leeds. Scored their first goal on the night. 1 of 3. Here goes Snodgrass. Collin goes the wrong way. 2-1, but Carlisle have the advantage. Gary Medine, the next up for Carlisle United. Oh, a fan in front of us doesn't fancy that one. You don't fancy that one, mate.
Several of them have turned round.
Some of them are turning away from this. Gary Medine coming up well. Played for Coventry on loan in the Championship. Didn't look out of his depth. Back with Carlisle United now.
James,
big moment for him.
This penalty could make him.
This penalty could make him for Carlisle United. Anchorgan spreads himself, looks big in that goal. Here comes Gary Medine for Carlisle United. Oh, what a penalty! It's almost in the top corner. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Gary Medine makes it 3-1 for Carlisle United. 100% after 3. Leeds, well, 3-1 it is. Medine with that one. Looking up, it's the new man, isn't it? McSheffrey going to take the next penalty for Leeds United. Can Adam Collin do the work again here? McSheffrey, if he misses his, Carlisle need just one more to confirm their places. Here we go, McSheffrey against Collin. All right in the bottom corner. Good penalty from Gary McSheffrey, very good. Who's up next? It's Richard Keogh. It's the fans' hero. Richard Keogh up next. Keogh, shout the home fans. Will he score for Carlisle United? If this is saved or missed, it will be pretty much back in the middle in terms of the advantage, but Carlisle just ahead in this shootout so far. Here comes Richard Keogh, steps up, he's skied it by a mile. Absolute howler from Richard Keogh. Terrible penalty, really poor from big man Keogh. And next up, Mike Grella, scorer of the goal that's forced this penalty shootout for Leeds, and it's all level again if he puts this one in. 3-2 to Carlisle going into this one.
James, you haven't seen many worse penalties than that for a long time.
Oh, it was worse than Baggio's at the World Cup, wasn't it?
I mean, he wanted to take it, obviously. That was a terrible penalty. Now it's up to Adam Cullen.
Mike Grella to make it all square now, and all of a sudden Leeds will be right back in this shootout. Here comes Grella against Colin. Colin goes the wrong way. It's scored. It's all square, and we have had a missed penalty each. Now Clayton for Carlisle. Adam Clayton for Carlisle United. Oh dear me, heartbreak for Richard Keogh. Can Clayton make it 4-3 with the last of the 5 penalties? And that will at least force sudden death for Carlisle. Adam Clayton against Ankergren. No save yet for the Danish goalkeeper. No save yet. Here comes Clayton. Another fine performance from him. Steps up. What a good penalty. Excellent. What a composed young individual he is. Oh, and it's Max Allen Gradle next up.
He'll miss. He'll miss.
Gradle here.
I don't think he's been good tonight. I think he's going to miss it. There you go.
Jeff Thorpe predicts this is where Carlisle go to Wembley. Gradle, the man, he's done a couple of step overs on his way up to the penalty spot. It's just the sort of player he is. Oh, here we go then. Max Allen Gradle against Adam Collin. Leeds against Carlisle. Oh, right into the top corner. What a good penalty it was.
Hey, I take it all back. That was probably the best penalty of the night.
Evan Horwood next. 4-4 in the penalty shootout, a miss apiece. 4-4, and Horwood next up for Carlisle. Well, how is he going to be taking it? Composed will it be? Will it be a blast? Evan Horwood, Carlisle's young left back. Ankergren saying something to the referee. Something's been thrown onto the pitch, I think is what he's saying. In the goal, Ankergren goes. Come on, Evan Horwood on the left foot at the Warwick Road end to put Carlisle back in the driving seat. Evan Horwood. Oh, what a great penalty from Evan Horwood. Really good hit. I'm running out of energy. I think I should have had one of those cupcakes at half time. I'm really running short here. The Carlisle fans must be as well. Next up, Kilkenny. Kilkenny lines up. Can Adam Collin make himself the hero? Kilkenny for Leeds. Oh dear, the drama here. The pressure. It's almost unbearable at Brunton Park. Here we go, Kilkenny. If Collin saves or Kilkenny misses, Carlisle go to Wembley. Up he steps. Right in the bottom corner.
I'll tell you, you've got to say, the standard of penalty taking has been excellent. It's been very good for a game. It's been a terrific game, a lot of goals, and the players have gone up there, and with the exception of one or two, they've been excellent penalties that haven't really given the keepers much chance.
Next up, Matty Robson for Carlisle. It's 5-5. Robson needs to score, otherwise Leeds can win with their next penalty. Matty Robson against Casper Ankergren. Andy Hall from the West Midlands. Last time he presided over a Carlisle match, it was a 2-1 win at Stockport. Can Carlisle win again under his watchful eyes? He blows his whistle. Matty Robson steps up. Oh, into the corner. Ankergren gets right, but wasn't good enough. Matty Robson's penalty firmly struck and beyond Ankergren. What a good hit it was. Ankergren was close. Oh, it went through him. It went through him. Who's this coming up now? Is it Shane Lowry? Now it's the Leeds left back. We've had 1 or 2 penalties here. This is the 8th penalty for Leeds. Carlisle have taken 8. Here we go. 6-5. Yeah! Save! Adam Collin saves for Lowry! And Carlisle are going to Wembley! Carlisle are going to Wembley! The fans stream onto the pitch. Adam Collin saves from Shane Lowry. United win 6-5 in the penalty shootout after it finished 4-4 on the night. The fans stream onto the pitch. The Carlisle players are mobbed. Leeds will now feel heartbroken. They won 3-2. They went against all the odds, but Carlisle United have won it in the penalty shootout. And they have done it. A miss from Lowry puts Carlisle United back to Wembley.
I've managed about 7 or 8 sides, James, in the last 20 years. Some good goalkeepers, but I've got to say, I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but Adam Collin was the best penalty stopper that I've seen, and I'm even talking about at top level. His anticipation's great. He's a big lad, he stretches, and he made 2 magnificent saves out tonight.
Unbelievable scenes here at Brunton Park. The fans have really come onto the pitch again, as they have a want to do. The Carlisle players are mobbed. The Leeds players leave dejected. The Leeds fans away to our left. Spare a thought for them. No, I didn't think you would. Carlisle United will go to Wembley. They've done it live in front of the cameras. They've done it live in front of their fans. They've done it live on BBC Radio Cumbria. Buy the DVD. This has been some night for Carlisle. As they always did, they did it the hard way. Ian Hart leads the applause for the fans who haven't come onto the pitch, with fans trailing behind him. He runs around and salutes everyone. He takes the hugs. In the end, Matthew Robson's penalty made it 6-5, and with that save by Colin, Carlisle United have done it. And just listen to the fans. What noise at Brunton Park, fans hugging each other in front of us. What a night it is. Dear, dear, dear me. Carlisle United have done it. Dramatic it certainly was though, Jeff Thorpe.
Oh, well, isn't it always with Carlisle United? And we've got to the final again. Brilliant effort. Such a topsy-turvy game, and Carlisle looking in control, but then conspiring to almost throw it away, but they did it in the end. They got through. Adam Collin with a terrific save, and it was a good penalty that was going in the corner, and what a save by Adam. Terrific stuff.
Just listen to this noise. Unbelievable, the noises here at Brunton Park. Fans are delighted. They're not leaving. They'll be here until MK Dons come on Saturday, these fans. They are not leaving. Carlisle United, they did it the hard way. They lost 3-2 on the night, 4-4 in aggregate, and they were 4-2 up going into the 80th minute, but in the end they had the nerve. Excellent penalties. Just Richard Keogh, the one black mark on the shootout for Carlisle, a blaze over. But Hart, Hurst, Medine, Clayton, Horwood and Robson scored, and the Carlisle fans are going to the new Wembley. What a reward for them. What a reward for the Carlisle players and their efforts in this Johnston's Paint campaign. They came past Morecambe on penalties in the first round. They beat Macclesfield 4-2, Chesterfield 3-1, Bradford 3-0. Tonight it took penalties again, but 6-5 they found their way past Leeds United.
I'm just looking to see who we're playing, James.
Well, it's 2-1.
Southampton.
It looks like on the night, Southampton MK Dons.
It's
it
3-1.
looks like it's 3-1 in aggregate. That one must be, well no, it's only in the second half of course, that one.
Yeah, late kick-off.
Only in the second half, later than this at least. About up to the hour in that one now, but it looks like it will be Southampton. Carlisle fans shaking our hands as they leave here. We had nothing to do with it, by the way. We just tried to describe the action for you. The stewards now finally hauling the fans off the Brunton Park turf. The youth team are out there soaking up some of this atmosphere. The Leeds fans are probably being made to wait by the police a little while longer. That would just increase the torment for them. I can't be sympathetic though, Jeff.
Well, no, this is Carlisle's night. This is the club's night, and the players and the fans and for everybody again. Terrific effort to get through the ups and downs of the season, but they're stuck at it. We know that they're not the greatest team in League One. We know that they do give goals away, but the heart and the effort and the determination's always there, and it's come through in the end with a set of terrific penalties.
We've got a Carlisle fan here. Made you wait for it tonight. They did it the hard way, but they're there. They're going to Wembley. How do you feel?
It's Carlisle United. Why would they do it anything other than the hard way? You get your money's worth, you get your drama. I think the club can earn a lot more money if they started selling defibrillators in club colours.
It's a very good point. What sort of emotions did you go through on a night like this?
How many emotions are there? We started off with sort of tentative hope, went through jubilation, elation, complete despair, frustration, and just, oh God, I want to be anywhere else but here. But then again, at the end of the day, where else could you be but here?
Adam Collin, the next Kieran Westwood maybe?
Oh, the man's talented. He's a fantastic shot stopper. He kept us actually in the game before the penalties, and he just topped that performance off with some fantastic penalty saves. Brilliant.
And for the thousands of Carlisle fans listening, will you, and along with many of them, be going to Wembley now?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, I'll be queuing up. First one there, no problem.
Thanks ever so much, boss. We've got another Carlisle fan who's come up to join us. Hello, sir. What do you make of that tonight?
Absolutely fantastic. Leeds pushed us all the way, but it's just what Cumbria wanted after all the floods and all the bad news we've had, especially down west. Absolutely brilliant.
10 minutes to go, 4-2 up on aggregate. Plain sailing, not with Carlisle United.
Not at all. You could see us falling deeper and deeper, James. But at the end of the day, they come good, and Adam Collin, there was 15 and 16 man of the matches out there, and absolutely fantastic. Can't wait. I can keep the hotel booked now. I booked it a week ago, so.
Did you really? You booked your hotel for Wembley?
Yeah, I booked it a week ago, so it's all sorted now. So
good on you. So what sort of trip are you going to have down to there then? It's so nice for the Carlisle fans to be able to go and do that again. They have some history in this competition, of course.
Yeah, we're the best at the Johnson's Paint. We've got the best record here, and I'm just lost for words now. Mid-table and Wembley, that's it. Good old Greg, he's come up trumps.
He really has, hasn't he? Does your friend want to talk to us as well there now? Let's get it. There are phone calls coming in, but we're still going to get to talk to another Carlisle fan. Young lady, what do you make of that tonight?
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. We played really well, doing really well, and we're going to Wembley and we can't believe it.
They certainly make you work, Carlisle, but you cannot say that you're not entertained when you come to watch them. A 3-2 defeat, but Wembley bound.
Unbelievable, just unbelievable. The players just so well, and a couple got a bit tired, but they stuck themselves out there, and just unbelievable. And we're all looking forward to it. We're going to take quite a few coaches down, and we're just going to go and have a good time. Fantastic, Greg's done well, getting us to Wembley. Absolutely fantastic, Greg, and all his team are getting us to Wembley. Unbelievable. Thank you.
Who stood out for you tonight for Carlisle? Who were the men who made it happen?
Dobie was getting a bit tired. Number 8, and he had to change the legs as well. But they all did well, really.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Another Carlisle United fan happy on her way to Wembley, on her way out as well. They're streaming out now at Brunton Park. Former Northern Ireland midfielder Tommy Cassidy, with your experienced head, try and put some sort of a lid on this tonight.
Well, you can't really, because I didn't think it would go to penalties, first of all. I didn't, honestly. For a game for the neutral, it's a tremendous, I wouldn't say the entertaining football, but end-to-end stuff. To finish the way it did, I'm just thinking about Greg Abbott at the moment. How will this guy feel? 3 months ago he was under pressure for his job. Supporters are on his back. They're not at Wembley, and he's going to walk out of the tunnel of Wembley with a side. No matter what competition it is, to walk out of Wembley in front of your own team will be a magnificent occasion for Greg, and he won't sleep tonight. And they deserve it. Over the 2 legs, I think Carlisle have deserved it. The last 20 minutes of this game, Leeds with a much better side. Carlisle could have lost it. They didn't. They're at Wembley. Greg's going to move them out, walk out with them. It's going to be a magnificent day.
John Hastings in Workington's been in touch. He says, my God, my heart's gone like to the clappers. Well done. That's from Jonty, by the way. Well done, Carlisle. The whole of Cumbria is proud of you, and the result should be dedicated to the memory of Degsy, who I'm sure would have cried his eyes out with pride. Yeah, this one's for you, Del Boy. Tommy Cassidy, the former Northern Ireland midfielder, and good old Thorpe, the former Carlisle man. Carlisle man, how proud are you tonight of the team that you call yours?
Very proud. Yeah, it's terrific, and great effort by them, and the peaks and troughs of that game and the emotions that everybody went through, and they stuck with it. And what really impressed me was how composed, nearly all of them were when they took those penalties, with poor old Richard Keogh as the only one who kind of lost the plot a bit, ran up and leant back a little bit, went for the power, and boom, right into the Warwick Road end. But his keeper pulled him out.
And he just made it in there.
Yeah, his keeper pulled him out of trouble, and he'll be mightily relieved tonight, and all the players will, of course, after getting beat in the game tonight, but going through on those penalties. But it's a really proud moment, and it's great to see the team back there. And it's fantastic for everybody in the club, the money that's going to generate, and it just gives everybody a bounce in the step. But of course, life moves on pretty quickly at Brunton Park, and they're rolling out the covers to protect the pitch, of course, for Saturday's important game against MK Dons.
Yeah, could have been playing MK Dons in course in the final of this competition, but not the case. It looks like it will be at Southampton. Barrow are 3-2 up now. Andy Bond will maybe take in some commentary from that one shortly. The game currently on BBC Radio Cumbria AM and online, but we're going to continue to go through your thoughts on this match. Don't forget, you can text if you're a bit shy, you don't want to come on the blower with us. 07786 201 956. Right, that's the text number. Get in touch. 07786 201 956. Someone's trying to ring Jeff Thorpe right now. Or is it Tommy, or is it Tim? We've got Tim Graham up with us from CUFC Online. He'll be speaking to us shortly once he gets his mate off the dog and bone. Or you can come on live with us here at Brunton Park and give us your thoughts on this emotional evening as Carlisle United, for the 5th time, go to the final of this competition, currently called the Johnston's Paint Trophy. It's basically the Football League Trophy final. Last time they were there, 2006, defeat at the Millennium Stadium against Swansea. This time it looks like they'll take on Southampton in the final, but they certainly made their fans work for this one tonight. 4-2 up on aggregates going into the last 10 minutes of this match, but Crowe and Grella for Leeds forced us into penalties, which Carlisle won. We're waiting for Greg Abbott, who's going to be up very shortly. In fact, he's on his way up now, so quickly let's get the thoughts of Tim Graham, the man who runs the website COC Online. What would the fans be making of this one tonight, Tim?
Never in doubt that, was it, James? You could always tell with 11 minutes to go when we had that 2-goal lead that nothing was ever going to happen but a win on penalties. I think but it's always the way, isn't it? The fans' favourite, Richard Keogh, was the only man to miss for Carlisle with that blaze over the bar. I think it's flew over perhaps Warwick Road end roof, and as Greg comes up, maybe he'll be going to find it later.
Yeah, he will indeed. We'll be speaking to him very shortly on BBC Radio Cumbria. I've got a whole number of men here in front of me. I'm trying to organise headphones for poor old Greg Abbott. Here he goes. He's been doing his TV duties and he's live with you now on BBC Radio Cumbria. Just coming up to 9:20. Greg, what sort of emotions did you go through? What a night it was for your team. What a dramatic way to take you to Wembley for the first time as a manager, but also the club and the fans.
Yeah, I mean, I think that probably sums us up. You know, the performance, the excitement, the drama of being up and then down and, you know, nearly being out. But we have got character, we have got honesty, we've got a lot of commitment. We've took on a really big club with a lot of resources, and we've took them to the wire in 2 games. And I think for the honesty and the committed way that everybody is at the club at the moment, we've probably got our just rewards in the end. And it wasn't easy, and we didn't do it the way we probably should have done, the way I'd like to do it, the way the fans would probably like to do it, or maybe they did like it was. Certainly we said people need to go away from here with excitement, and I think they've had that tonight in abundance.
Best part of 9,430 were here, a good smattering from Leeds, but still over 8,500 Carlisle fans who you can expect a decent gathering back from, I would have thought, after that on Saturday.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope we're turning heads. Let's hope we're making friends. We can only do what we can do. You know, we know where we are, we know where we want to be, and there's still improvement there. But I mean, I don't think it's the right time to be talking about things that have gone wrong. It's like time to be talking about things that are going right. And you know, we're at Wembley, and everybody deserves a massive pat on the back for that.
Tell us what that's going to feel like. Can you even get your head around it at the moment?
No, I didn't know where I was for 2 minutes after the game. You digest it, and you know, you look at it and think, well, we've achieved something. You know, it's an achievement, and the club's going to be better off for it. And you know, we're all pleased with everything. And you know, it's my job now probably to bring everybody down, and somebody's got to bring me down as well. So, but we'll see if that can happen. I'm not so sure it can for 24 hours, but we've got a big game to look forward to again on Saturday, and let's hope we can keep this momentum going and this energy that this will bring to the club.
It's a great day for the fans. It's a great day for everyone. But I mean, it's guaranteed an extra 300,000 or so, we reckon, in terms of the gate receipts you can expect from Wembley, Greg. That's huge for a club like Carlisle.
Yeah, well, they're all that. You know, listen, we've won the football match, and like I said before, the money side of it will take care of itself. You know, there's only bonuses to come from what we've done in terms of finance. So you know, let's hope that the club can benefit from that, and we can strengthen again and improve what we've got going. And you know, it's a nice evening, it's a nice day for the football club, and everybody's should be on a high.
What emotions did you go through in that penalty shootout, Greg?
Through the second half, probably everyone you can, but this is where we choose to be. This is our industry, and it's not straightforward. It's not black and white. It's not going to the office and working 9 to 5. It throws up that, and you know, I'm hoping my heart's in good shape, because it didn't feel like it in the second half and in the penalties. But the players are courageous, and they're brave, and they're honest, and you know, we've achieved tonight, and that's fantastic for everybody.
Ahead of a tough game against MK Dons, from a purely footballing rather than emotional point of view, what were the main positives coming out of tonight?
I think just the energy that we've got, you know, the fact that we took the game to Leeds, we haven't sat back. We have a game plan, we have a style of play. You know, it enables our midfield players to get forward. You know, both have scored a goal. Kevin on from the right and Adam from the middle, but. You know, a little bit more care, we might have had another. A little bit more care, we might not give the couple of goals away, but. Listen, we've took a really good club, a big club, right to the wire over 2 legs, and you know, we've competed with them, and you know, we've come out just on top, and that's fantastic for us.
Will you digest any, you know, big disappointment after tonight's game, or is it just the fact that it's a cup tie and you've won it across the 2 legs, and that's all that matters?
You know, the main thing in a cup game is to get through. We've got through, so we have to look at that. I will look at the other things, James. You know, we're not stupid enough to think we haven't made mistakes, but I think tonight, in a cup tie, we've got through, and that's that over 2 legs. You know, that's the main thing.
Adam Clayton had another starring role in there. What a composed finish for the goal. He just seems to grow game in, game out.
He was a good player, you know, we're pleased to have him, and you know, he's done great again tonight. He's got a lot of energy, he's got a lot of quality. he's as loud as anybody in the dressing room at the moment. So that's terrific for him.
What does this result, what does getting through to the final do now to the morale of a squad? I mean, you've been a player and you're a manager now. What can this do for Carlisle United?
Confidence and energy and excitement, and we've got a real big game to look forward to, so it keeps everybody on the toes. If we don't win tonight or we go out the competition, we've got a league programme to look forward to, and 2 or 3 poor results puts you looking at maybe another relegation scrap. So if we can grind out 2 or 3 good results, we've got a top half table finish to look forward to, and maybe better, and the cup final to go on top of that. So it does enormous things for the football club.
Well, everyone, fans, players alike, are celebrating tonight. Of course, you will have to quickly get your head around getting everyone back down to earth for Saturday. How tough will that be for you?
Well, I'm going to go and have a pint now anyway, so I'll think about that later.
There's no point asking you about MK Dons at the weekend, really, is there, Greg? Look, congratulations. You're going to lead a football club out at Wembley. It's no mean feat.
Cheers, James. Thank you.
First, though, let's hear more from what the fans made of tonight's victory for Carlisle United on penalty after it finished 4-4 on aggregate. A 3-2 win on the night for Leeds, but United go through to the Johnston's Paint Trophy final on penalties. BBC Radio Cumbria's Graham Moss has been speaking to fans.
Very happy, mate, very happy.
Always confident?
Always confident, lad, always confident.
What about yourself?
Easy. Too easy.
Too easy?
I thought it's absolutely fantastic, brilliant. I think they thoroughly deserved it. It's just a pity they had to go to the penalties, but I thought they deserved it.
Wembley?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I've got my train ticket in my pocket.
What about yourself?
Magic, absolutely magic.
Oh, it's brilliant. Can't talk about sudden death.
And yourself, what did you reckon?
Fantastic. We came all the way from Brunei to watch the match today. We're in Carlisle. We're from Carlisle, but we're here all the way from Brunei.
Yeah, you just said Brunei. There's going to be a story there.
It's a long story.
When you went to penalties, what did you think?
I said to my two friends, Colin's renowned for saving penalties, and he said 2.
So a trip down to London coming up?
We're all going, we're all.
What did you reckon?
Oh, just amazing, can't beat it, can you really? Do it on penalties even better as well, so.
Carlisle can't do things easily though, can they?
But we can't have any other way though, can you? It's more exciting, put it that way.
And you'll be making that trip, will you?
Oh, definitely, can't wait.
What about yourself, sir, your thoughts?
I'm really, really pleased that we've got through again. I've been coming down here for nearly 50 years now, and it's just another in the long line of good nights at Brunton Park.
Were you always confident?
No. Oh, well, not even when we were 3-1 up on aggregate. No, I thought something's bound to happen because that's the way Carlisle do things. But it was good to stand here and watch it all unravel like it did at the end of the night. Brilliant.
So you'll be planning your trip, are you?
Already planned. Going down to the sister-in-law. She lives in London. We've got the weekend booked. Yeah.
Some fans there speaking after the victory for Carlisle United on penalties tonight. Latest we've got, it's into the 90th minute now, and it's now Southampton 3, Milton Keynes Dons 1 on the night. 4-1, that is, on aggregate, I do believe. So that means that Carlisle United will be taking on Southampton in the final of the Johnston's Paint Trophy on that last weekend in March. Adam Clayton, Southampton, some match again for you at Wembley.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant, isn't it?
Man of the match this evening, another fine display for you. It's just becoming part and parcel now, isn't it?
I won't say that quite yet, but I've just got to keep trying in every game. It's brilliant to get man of the match live on Sky. As a personal thing for me, it's brilliant, but obviously it's helped the team out as well, so can't be happier at the moment.
Roberto Mancini's maybe watch you tonight. Hopes maybe for next season, perhaps with Manchester City. He
might not have watched because they're playing Bolton tonight, aren't they?
Oh, he'll get the DVD, I'm sure.
So hopefully someone will post a DVD to him. But yeah.
What does it mean to you? I mean, you're here as a young player. You're trying to prove yourself with one club. You're at another club on loan, and it is going well for you. How happy have you been with your time here at Carlisle?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. The gaffer's brought me in, and I've appreciated it so much. I've just tried as hard as I can in every game, and hopefully I'm impressing the Carlisle fans, who were brilliant tonight. I thought they got behind us 100%, and it's all about playing well. If I play well on a personal note, then Carlisle are going to do well. So all smiles all round for tonight's performance.
Can I make a point to you on a personal note on behalf of the Carlisle fans?
Yeah.
If it doesn't quite work out for you at Manchester City, and we all hope it does, please come back to Carlisle United.
We'll see.
I mean, I tried to get him to promise you there, Carlisle fans. The opening goal tonight, of course, 33rd minute. Talk us through that. Very composed.
I didn't really have that much time to think about it. It just dropped, and I took a touch, and it took me one-on-one with the keeper. And to be honest, I didn't really think about anything, which was probably a good thing in the end. And I've just shot, and it's gone. I've seen it go in the back of the net, and I've just I don't know what was going on in my mind, but I was just buzzing.
BBC Radio Cumbria Sport.